The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 119 of New York's #1 podcast for hip hop.
You niggas what?
Get your ones up. Ones up in the chat. Ones up everywhere. We are the Rap Roundtable. It's your boy Jov here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Doechii the Balance.
Force be with you.
Alongside Mase The God himself.
Good, y'all.
Yeah.
4/4 of the order, as Doechii once said.
You all here.
You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course Twitter. The
All
beat
right.
you hear in the background is brought to you by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Super producer.
Yeah.
And on the rarest of occasions, you know, I'm not mad about nothing. I'm not mad at nobody.
Oh shit! What?
Good times, man.
You know what it is? I think we, you know, like in
What's going
the Godfather one, we settled all family business in the past, in recent weeks.
Yeah.
So now it's just back to what we set out to do at the top of the year, which is just pod, not
Right.
worry about anything else or strange behaviors.
Facts.
Well, I mean, the strange behaviors have kind of subsided.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
they got called out.
Yeah.
He took a good drink just now.
You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
You know what it is? I guess I'll have to come to grips with the fact that no matter what we do, no matter how right we are, we'll always be, to the public eye, looked at as the wrong people because of the nature of the way we do things.
Right.
Yeah.
But to quote Doechii, we always walk with the righteous.
Believe it.
Anytime we've ever talked about anything, whether you felt like we made ourselves look bad or not, we were telling you the truth.
yeah,
It's
Facts.
true.
yeah.
We
This
live
is
with the
true.
truth over here. Whether you're comfortable with hearing it or not, we told the truth. If it reached out to you, it's because you did some fuck shit. However you responded to that, that is your business.
Yeah.
But you did it. You
Yep.
peeped it.
We
You
did.
know.
You
And then you
did.
didn't do it again.
Right.
So,
Right.
Oh
You
man.
denied it. You didn't do it again. But we're the assholes.
right.
Specifically, I'm the asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Let
So
me,
you know.
let me stop doing that thing that I didn't do.
Right. Right. You know.
Haters.
Ooh.
Haters.
But again, because of the nature of who we are, we'll always be the villains.
Facts.
But you know what? We are the most pure
Mm.
product in the land.
I like
Uncut.
That's
that.
facts.
I like
Uncut.
that.
Bolivian,
No
man. You heard?
enhancements. No clout chasing.
None of that.
No, none of that.
Pure.
Facts.
Even our location and our bio is accurate. So we've done all of
Salute.
the things
Salute.
that we need to do. So I'm not mad at nothing, bro.
Holy moly.
At this
Salute.
point, it's all
Nah,
about
man.
climbing back to climbing that ladder.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got illustrious guests we've had in the
That's
past
true.
couple
That's
of
a
weeks.
fact.
Ransom, Marcus Clay,
Mm.
linked
Yeah,
up with the
man.
company
Yeah,
man a
those good
couple
dudes.
of times.
Listen,
Shouts to
You know,
a real
we got
one, by
other
the way.
things
Oh
in-
yeah,
in
you
the
know,
works.
Yeah, yeah.
I
threw a
mean-
screenshot in the chat.
Oh.
So things are moving in a very
In the
major way.
Oh,
Shout out
man.
and shout out to all of y'all for like
Shout out to
For
the
sure.
y'all are
screenshot.
like
Yeah,
making
for
us
sure.
elevated, man. Each
For
and every
sure.
one of y'all, everybody in the chat, all the viewers.
It's
Y'all been
really
doing
50-50,
beautiful.
man. 50% us, 50% y'all out there.
Fact.
man.
Without y'all pressing play,
Partnership.
without us providing the content, we wouldn't be able to climb said ladder.
Believe that.
Super chats
Facts.
from $1 to $5 to $50, whatever it might be.
Yeah, man.
Engagement.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
We
make
appreciate
Monday
it.
night appointment viewing. That
Love.
Mondays is officially our most success of all the shows that we put out. The Monday Live is our most successful show.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
Great builds in the chat.
So it's like, you know, I ain't mad about shit. And the people that I want to do business with and level up with, they don't got time to do fuck shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
That's
man.
where I want to be at.
Mm.
I want to be sucker free.
Sucker free.
You know-
As hard as it
Free,
may be.
Enhancement free.
And right. Shout out to
TDE
all the
free.
sucker free niggas out there.
Hey,
Real shit.
all 12 of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Dirty dozen, man.
And it's only 12.
It's only 12.
And as always,
We are tonight's
only here
entertainment.
to entertain at the
Yes,
end of the
sir.
day.
Yes, sir.
For better or worse. So now let's get into some rap shit.
Swear.
Top of the new year. Let's reset for the people who might not be familiar.
Mm.
Top of the new year, Joey Badass sets the tone, calls out favorites, throws some subs, leading to the entire West Coast essentially trying to kick his back in.
Yes.
He's since dropped 2 responses, and I want to be clear. Each song he's put out has been fire. He hasn't missed yet.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? But he created a situation that caused a firestorm that, you know, Response Records, conversations, you know, artists looking for opportunities, people who can't go, etc., etc., etc. But it seems as though he dropped a 3-pack on the DSPs, and all of that has kind of simmered down. And I'm like, you did this. You said that. What was it for? So I'm starting to feel like my time was wasted. So I'm asking the chat, I'm asking the Rap Roundtable, did Joey Badass waste our time calling out Kendrick and the Coles and the Threes and whoever else he might have been subbing to sit a Rap Snob? I'm coming to you at the top of this one, man.
Wasted our time? I think a little bit. Bit. I feel like my time was wasted a little bit. I feel a little type of way about it. Mainly because like, and I know that, you know, it's only been 3 months in. You know what I mean? But in this new day and age, like 3 months is an eternity.
It's a lifetime, bro.
I can't even believe, like, New Year. You was talking about New Year's. That seems like so.
A lifetime ago.
It's a quarter of the
ago,
bro.
Quarter of the year ago, bro.
So yeah, man. And I don't know. The records, were they dope? Sure. Did they have enough staying power? Did they have enough impact? And was there enough conviction behind them? That's the thing that I don't know about. You know what I mean? Like, Joey Badass was on Sorry Not Sorry saying that he's having his foot on motherfuckers' necks. I don't know about foot on necks, man. Maybe a little toe on a shoulder, possibly.
Hey, yo.
But
Hey.
all right,
Yo, what the fuck?
pause. But like,
Here we go.
Toe on a shoulder?
I'm just saying, it wasn't
fuck,
quite
yo,
a foot on a whole neck.
Bro, get out of here, bro. Like, the door is right there, bro. Leave. Niggas been toe on a
I'm just saying, it wasn't quite a
Whoa.
full foot on a neck.
Think
You know
Finn
what I
had
mean? It
2
was-
pre-shots before the
It was
show
on
today. It
its
was
way
2.
on.
On chest,
Yo.
not neck, chest, sternum, you know.
It wasn't
toe on
even.
shoulder is crazy.
It wasn't
Yo.
even that.
Larynx.
What's so crazy about it?
My nigga.
Something, bro.
All right. Anyway.
Cooks in.
Anyway.
Number 1.
Shit.
New 24, reset the play,
Yeah,
man.
right? Top
all-
of the key, man.
all that to say, yeah, no, the records were cool, but like they just didn't have enough impact. I wish maybe he would have stayed with Conductor instead of going over to Heatmakers for the last song he put out. Pardon me. And I think not that it was a bad song, not that the production was bad. It just
There was anything wrong with that.
it just kind of sounded stuck in a particular era. You know what I mean? It sounded a little dated. I wish it would have come with, because you know them motherfuckers out west. They come in with that fresh West Coast energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
Since it
over
take
here-
that Joel Santana shit home, man.
yeah, I mean, it's the same sound we was rocking with like 20 years ago. And I understand like wanting to be.
Man, that's a knock now, though?
No. I was gonna say I understand like wanting
Take that
to.
old shit so weird. man.
Give you that
I
old
fuck
New
with
York
it, Seth.
feeling and like that sense of nostalgia,
Yeah,
but
I
I
loved it.
But there was some, I don't know. I just feel like there was like a freshness that was missing from it. But also, not to put it on Heatmakers, like I feel like Joey Badass needs a little bit more conviction in his delivery to really shake the table. I just feel like that he missed the mark on that. You know what I mean?
I see. You need to talk to me, bro.
That's the balance. Yes and no. I don't feel my time's wasted as far as it's only 3 tracks, but they're 3 really good tracks. It's more like 2 and like 3, 5. You know what I'm saying? Like out of 3 out of 5. I think the last record is fire, but the other 2 records were just really good to me. But it's still 3 good tracks. I feel like if nothing else, it shows that there is still some competitiveness going on in the game outside of like Kendrick and fucking Drake.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's other good things. There's several artists that kind of like got some shine out of this, got some notoriety. There's some people who didn't know how nice a Rayvon was.
True.
There's some people who didn't know how nice I didn't want to butcher homie's name again. I butchered the whole AZ whatever.
AZ
AZ
Shike,
Chike.
There we
Yeah.
go. There's people who didn't know he had a vibe.
who's nice.
Outside
I
of
was gonna try to say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to
Salute to
study.
you,
After
good
that
brother.
butchering the last
Yeah.
time, I had to go research
I don't
it.
remember who the commenter
They
was,
were in the
but
chat
somebody
helping us
broke
out.
Yeah.
it down.
Salute to you.
Yeah.
But like, we just outside of Peekaboo, there's people who know like, oh, he get down on a battle type of vibe. There's people from the West Coast who might not know who Joey was, but they heard him take a pop shot at the West and say, let's see what's going on. Like there is like notoriety building. He's known maybe more than just for being unique now, like to a lot of people. I think that part was dope. I think the competitiveness of it all. I think the whole East Coast, West Coast, it still stayed positive. Nothing crazy happened to my knowledge, at least. Like it seems like this is all on wax.
It's starting to fade out. It was a lot of like animus when this shit first
weird
popped
energy.
It was getting
first,
talking,
right?
but nothing happened. I got some good Daylight music. Shout out to Rick Jenkins. Like, is it the greatest battle of all time? No, but it spawned from the greatest battle of all time. It kind of is. It's a call out, and people responded. And he made responses to their responses. It just, how long could that have kept going though?
What it felt like to me, and not to step on Mase, but what it felt like to me was like, there was a heavyweight, fight in the ring, and then like a scuffle broke out in the crowd. You know what I mean? And a couple people got roughed up a little bit, but they,
a Glorilla concert.
Oh
that,
my god!
Did you see that?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But like,
it's a fatal fall.
He threw a shot out there and didn't get the person to respond to the shot who he thought who he wanted to, and he had to deal with some smoke. I thought he dealt with the smoke, but I just feel like, as much as I want to see, like, how many records could he keep going? How many new West Coast dudes could pop up and have it just like it's gonna be him versus the whole coast? It don't seem like nobody's coming out to like, hey Joey, we got your back. So it's really just you. How long can that continue?
Fuck you, but
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the other thing. He did at least get like half a bar, kind of.
Well, I told y'all niggas Kenny was gonna say something. Y'all niggas
shout out.
He got half a bar. He got.
I told you Kendrick was not gonna respond very bad. I said he gonna give him a little loose.
Yeah, he, Kendrick treated him like Hov treated all, all the mother.
Bar, fuck y'all.
Oh, man.
But that's what you get for tap dancing around the nigga. You know what I mean?
But I respect it all though. I think. Do I feel my time was wasted? Maybe not as much as y'all do, but I feel like I got what I wanted out of it.
Okay. All right, Dina.
Yeah.
The bail bondsman back at it again.
Back in action.
Masito.
Good cook, fellas. But nah, I don't feel like my time was wasted. I want to be honest with you. Like, listen. Did the Hurricane Shane Helms waste our time when he challenged The Rock? You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Did Ruben Patterson waste our time when he called himself the Kobe Stopper? You know what I mean? Or were they
back you gotta go. You took 20 years.
Or was it obvious what was going on here? The brother wanted to raise his profile and he wanted to raise it quick. He did what he listen, he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And in a world of 24/7 news, we were talking about Joey Badass for weeks. Us, the number one, throw them ones up in the chat, the number one podcast on the East Coast. We don't ever talk about Mr. Beast Coast himself, Joey Badass. We talked about him more times since January than we have in maybe the entire existence of the pod. So I don't feel like he wasted his time. I feel like he actually had me thinking about him more than, since 1999, when Waves came out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I'm on a podcast that wants to dramatically raise his profile. I'm not talking shit, Joey. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I wasn't mad at it. I understood the vibes. After he really didn't go off, you know what I mean? I understood where he was coming from. I understood what the science was behind it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like I said, bro, like, it just kind of added to the lore for me. You know what I mean? Of the entirety of the Drake and Kendrick situation. You know what I mean? Somebody got to be, there had to be a nature in the Jay and Nas, right? There had to be a rest in peace. There had to be a Chino XL in Biggie and Pac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It had to be side characters to this big battle. You know what I'm saying?
Quest.
And Joey put his bid in, So when they tell the story of this shit 25 years from now, the little Joey Badass portion will be told.
That little scuffle. That
You know
little
what I'm
scuffle.
saying?
That
A little footnote, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Better than J. Cole's chapter, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like my time was wasted.
That AJ guy is really mad now.
Mase
These guys keep sleeping on J. Cole.
You know what I
He'll
mean?
show ya.
Listen, don't cook me, But I didn't feel my time was wasted. It was what it was.
All right, I like how you said it, little side quest. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 4 and shit. And he had the beef with Dmitry Raskolov, and then that led to his eventual beef with the Italian niggas, the Pecorinos. But then you
I
had
can't believe you remember all these.
it's my
names.
favorite
Those are
Grand
games,
Theft.
man.
Some fire
My favorite
games,
Grand
games,
Theft.
man.
I love
Fire
that
game.
game. But then he remember Nico was out in Harlem and he was with the little drug dealer nigga something X or whatever the fuck.
Playboy
Playboy
X.
X. And remember Playboy X-Man came home, you had a couple of side missions with that dude, and you had to choose who's gonna live between him and Playboy X and all that. Those are side missions. That wasn't the crux of the storyline of the game. Playboy X had nothing to do with Roman getting kidnapped, you know what I'm saying? But you had to do the missions. So maybe Joey Badass was in fact Playboy X. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Maybe so. But that being said,
I don't even know the reference. It just sounds disrespectful.
you never played GTA 4?
I did. I just don't remember the names like that.
Nah, that game was
You know what it is? What little sidebar here, but what happens with me with GTA games is like I start playing the story and then all of a sudden I just lose interest and I start causing me.
Yo, murder, death, kills.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get some therapy.
Get them stars up.
Possibly.
You know?
Possibly.
You know, in the end of GTA 5, they tell you about your character traits after you beat the game, too.
They actually do.
Did I?
Legit. Based on everything you do in the game,
Wow.
it gives you a psychiatric breakdown of who you are.
That might be helpful.
True story.
Go back and finish it.
Now, well, I did hate cab drivers at that point in my life. I still do, actually. But in that game, I was able to take out my
Grand
frustrations.
Theft Auto
on
at the end of the
cab
day,
drivers. Middle cab drivers, free smoke. We've gone off the rails.
That's what we do.
But I do feel like Joey Badass wasted my time. Here's why. Yes, y'all all made valid points, especially Deanie and Mase. Nothing against Symbol. The point y'all made about, sparking up conversation, and Mase talked about, like, we hadn't really talked about Joey since 2000, to be fair. We did give 2000 his love. We did. Right? That being said, he caused a tidal wave at the top of the year. It wasn't like he dropped a Lucy that a handful of MFers was talking about. Everybody who was in rap circles was talking about Joey Badass, top of the year, high production value video. It wasn't just a Lucy that came out, shot a video for it, was doing the Kendrick dance in the video. It was really
talk about it.
It created a tidal wave. We was getting attacked by the West Coast just talking about Joey Badass. You had niggas on our side. Matter of fact, you had people down south telling us we're the reason why New York won't come back because we won't defend Joey Badass, even though we was like, how we could defend a nigga who called the other nigga out? Like, and then he's not even a pay-per-view fighter. Like, he still got to get off HBO and Showtime, nigga. You can't. Nobody's hitting select and enter to watch you fight, nigga. That's a deep cut for niggas that know. You know what I mean? Cash. Facts, bro. Like, niggas is not even streaming your fight illegally. Like, we just watching it for free. You can't fight the top A side in the league. Out of nowhere.
HBO 24 hours.
Facts. Bro. So it's like, all of that being said, I look at that situation and I'm just like, hell yeah, you wasted our time. Because you sparked a lot of conversation. You created a new energy in 2025 that got everybody going. And then after MFers responded to you and shit, you kind of was skirting around the periphery. The West Coast was throwing haymakers at you. And you was trying to like push out. I'm like, oh, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. And I like that New York bravado. But considering your position in the pecking order of this rap shit, and the way you came out at the top of the year with a premeditated diss, this whole thing was orchestrated.
Right.
It wasn't like a spur of the moment. You wrote the bars, you recorded it, you shot a video, you dropped it at the top of the year. Which to me, when niggas do shit like that, it's intentional. And in your case, new year, new energy, all that shit. And when the time came, and a nigga like Rayvon kicked your back in, Daylight dropped a couple of records. Some of y'all really love it. None of the songs Daylight dropped moved me. I'll keep it a rack. You know what I'm saying? But the Rayvon shit, he came at your head. Rayvon came at the whole city. In fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the time
Nobody else said.
Right. And in the time that it's saying, oh, where's this guy? No, look, where's Joey? Where's the aggressive bars from Joey? These passive aggressive bars and nah. Niggas came out, West Coast responded the way a city's supposed to respond, especially them LA niggas. And now you here, it's quiet, you dropped your 3-pack. No interviews, no tweets, no random posts on Instagram, nothing.
The new season of what's it called just dropped though. Maybe I was roll out new season of Kane.
You waste if this is all a roller, then you wasted my fucking time. Is it a sport? You feel like you only want to spar with Kendrick? You gotta earn that, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go, like I said weeks ago, you gotta go deal with Rayvon. You gotta get Rayvon out of here.
Yeah. Shout out to Rayvon also.
Facts.
Rayvon be showing love.
That's how I feel, bro. It's like, I feel like you did all of that, and then because you didn't get the response you might have hoped for, or the static you might have hoped for, and you did it during the NFL playoffs when the nigga got Super Bowl shows and Grammys to worry about.
Right.
You just getting quiet now? We just back?
You know what it's like? Back to the video game analogies. Like, you know, like when you play like Streets of Rage or like Double Dragon, one of them games. And like you think you're about to get to the final boss, but there's a pre-boss to the final boss.
Right.
You can't even beat the pre-boss.
Facts.
Can't get past the guy in Street Fighter 2, nigga.
Before you get to Bison.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, like
man.
you can't just jump to. You can't just say, "Yo, get out of my way. I'm going to the head boss." Like, no, you got to beat the pre-boss.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Dama Does It, because we know he's affiliated.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm frustrated by Joey Bad. I think Dama doesn't even posted a clip on his Instagram stories where he might be in a situation with a little sparrage, but it's like, that was like 4 weeks ago that he tagged me in that shit. It ain't come out. It sounded like a little remix to the original record that spawned everything. But it's just like, you did all of that, you got niggas hype, you almost started a coastal war, and you didn't lean into anything.
Yeah.
You still throwing jabs on the outside. You ain't getting the pocket for real. So for me as a consumer, and I'm willing to change my mind later, but as of right now, my time has been wasted. Because all of this was for what? What was it for? What did it create? What did we gain from it?
It wasn't quite a pump fake, but I don't know. It felt like a chuck.
Felt like he went up for a dunk and decided to lay it up, bro. Like, come on, man.
Nah, it's like I'm telling you, it's like he was in the club and he said, "Yo, shorty," and somebody else over there responded. Now he got to deal with the shorty that got up and is coming to him right this way. You know what I'm saying?
But he ain't even talking to that
He
shorty.
was like, I was talking to this shorty over here, though.
Nah, send her back.
I'm saying, not you. Stay over there. Like that. And he got to.
Y'all getting a real glimpse into the
mind
inner
of
workings of Deanie. This is how he.
Listen, man. Dean in his bag already.
He connects dots in his brain.
Not
He's like,
you.
nah, how do...
Not to say Raven, but that's not who he wanted. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to fight the big fight, even though he wasn't ready for it. But the nigga, he's a TDE head. Of course. Raven. So he was like, yo, before you deal with Bison, you gotta come see Sagat, like you said.
But Raven not even Sagat. He like Vega, nigga.
So who's damn.
Vega was hard to beat,
Vega
though.
was a beast. I think was jumping all over the fucking place.
I was laughing. I was just trying to be funny. Like, I'm just saying, like I feel like Absol is Sagat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but they cool though. So that's a different energy, you know? They actually like
Soul and Joey?
Yeah, like they've been in studios
like
and
Absol
freestyles
TDE
together.
before he friends with Joey.
That is true.
Probably.
That is true.
Yeah, man.
So time wasted. Time wasted. I'm
So the table is split.
Yeah.
Walt in the cut. Did Joey Badass waste our time?
Damn.
He makes the vote.
Walt cooked
He
him.
said it's over. He wasted
Walt
our
cooked
time.
Thumbs down from the Coliseum.
Matter of fact, put the thumbs down in the camera.
Thumbs up
so
or thumbs down. If he didn't waste our time in the chat, thumbs up. If you feel like your time was wasted, thumbs down in the chat.
Walt
you see
the
Walt
Great.
setting the tone and the energy in the building.
Walt, you should have voted with me. We gonna talk Kanye later.
You know what I mean? The room right now has been decided 3-2 vote. Joey Badass absolutely wasted our time, and I'm actually annoyed. He's gonna have to get back in my good graces. I'm gonna need a full-on haymaker. Now that Kenny laughed at you while talking to Drake, you gonna have to fucking throw a haymaker at Kenny. No more jabs.
My list was too full, man.
Yeah.
With better names.
Then to the next topic. Again, y'all hit the like button.
And I like Joey.
The difference in the reaction to when Gibbs sent shots at Cole to when Joey Bad sent shots at Kendrick was very telling.
This is true.
Very telling.
The league knows everybody. That's why I'm like, there's a pecking order here. Whether y'all want to hear it or not, there is a pecking order here, and we all understand it. But you know, sometimes that second place trophy energy start leaking in, and they start feeling bad for niggas. But the reality is, Gibbs say something and mean more than if Joey Badass says something.
It does.
But Joey Badass could change that perception. Now that you got laughed at. You got a half a bar. Throw that haymaker. You got nothing to lose.
Straight shots.
You got nothing. He said your list is long. The fuck you list is long, nigga. Shit. Make him cut the line, Joey. That's all I'm saying. But let's move on. So the Rap Snob got me to thinking. When we did, we checked in on Friday. Yeah. We checked in on Friday and we talked about the record Good Credit. Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Playboy Cardi, but we didn't even talk about Playboy Cardi. We talked about the Kenny verse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talked about one of the last bars where Kendrick Lamar's talking about how success breeds hate, and he kind of welcomes that.
Yeah.
And essentially how he's viewing Drake always complaining about the success and the hate that comes with that. So, yeah. So my question for the chat, for the Rap Roundtable, hit the like button, 400 likes on each and every video, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell. Is, will Drake's fragility, his emotional fragility, lead to him trying to piece it up with Kendrick Lamar? Maxito, I'm coming to you first.
I'm gonna have to argue the opposite, guys.
Okay.
I think Drake's fragility is what makes him piece it up with the guys that he beat. One thing about Drake, right? I think that if you look at, not just the battles, right? Just the public feuds, right? One thing about the people that he has, quote unquote, pieced it up with is that he won in the public sphere, right? Meek Mill, Chris Brown, right? They felt like he, it wasn't him, but they felt like his people boxed Chris Brown with the bottle, and we pieced it up with Chris Brown. They was both, like, hey, Rihanna, look at us. You know what I mean? Like, they both was on that type of time. Even though, Mr., don't know what he want to do himself, he clearly has alluded to wanting to piece it up with Kanye, right? Kanye, anytime they've had some type of public spat, the rumors that him and Kim did whatever, had Kanye crying under the subway tracks, the elevated train, you know what I mean? They had the whole Donda CLB thing, which Drake, sold more. So in the public area, it seemed like Drake kind of won that, and he was ready to piece it up with Kanye, right?
Right.
I ain't never see Drake want to piece it up with Pusha T, bro. Like he been sending shots at Pusha T for years, bro. Like that shit, you know what I mean? His fragility is what lets him not, because he is a fan of a nigga like Pusha T. Just like it's documented that he's a fan of Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? So it's not that type of situation, but I think that public loss, that embarrassment keeps him from being able, even somebody like Common, right? Who half of us think he beat Common, but it wasn't a clear win. Some niggas like the Canada dry line. Sin is some niggas. You know what I mean? Some people like that, but it wasn't a clear, decisive win, right? So no, he's not piecing it up with him, right? He don't feel like he came out on top in that Rihanna situation. So he's constantly sending shots at Rihanna, sending shots at A$AP Rocky as a result when he didn't even have problems with him. They were supposed to be cool. You know what I mean? But so for me, I think it's actually the opposite. His fragility and his ego is what's going to stop him from ever piecing it up with Kendrick. There's going to be, passive aggressive, petty, shots for as long as Kenny will return them,
Yeah, talk to me.
Nah, I agree with Mace. 100% actually. Yeah, Drake doesn't take to loss very well. You know what I mean? Like if he feel like, from what I've noticed, not like I know it,
Right.
from what I've noticed as some, part of the audience, it seems like he has to be able to sort of hold something over you. He has to have that feeling of like, I have this over you. If we're gonna continue to have a relationship, or if we're gonna have a relationship over again. You know what I mean? If said person has any sort of W over him, whether it's a battle, whether it's a woman, whether it's whatever, you know what I mean? He's not fucking with that at all. Like, his ego cannot take somebody having something over him, having a W that they can hold over his head. Pause. So, to that end, Mace and I very, very rarely shake hands, but we're gonna shake hands here, bro.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Cyclops and Ryu over here.
Street fight.
Drake is fragile and Cole is pussy, okay? That's the things that me and Sin agree on.
Whoa, Cole catching another stray?
Hey,
Marvel
forever.
versus Street
Forever.
Fighter.
What the fuck is
Hey,
going on?
this couch might actually be a little small. Some people said, I don't know.
A commenter was right? No way.
That shit almost swallowed Sin. Sheesh. Just couldn't get out the chair, you know what I mean? But
shouts to Sin for the Cyclops Ryu handshake though. Yes. I don't know if y'all peeped that. Classic, you know what I mean?
Legendary shit.
Come on, son.
I don't like y'all agreeing. Talk to me, Denny.
It is what it is, man. You're more likely to be comfortable hanging around a guy you beat up in a fight than a guy that beat you up in a fight. I mean, in any instance, you take any instance, you can hang out with a girl, you can hang out with a dude who you piped his drink, but you can't hang out with a dude that piped your drink. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just, that balance
changed.
Dini's consistent, okay?
That balance is, like.
I want to be clear. This is why, remember the group chat earlier today? And I said we won't have a conversation because of this nigga. Yo, this nigga.
It just, the L, bro, like, you can't, it's hard to do that. It's hard to be around a person you know that has that one up on you. You know, so that's why most people try not to let that even happen. But this is maybe the biggest one up we've ever seen. You get what I'm saying? So that sword of Damocles is swinging over the nigga head. Pause. So like he can't really make any moves. Like if he was to pop out anywhere and Kendrick's song will play and that nigga will be like in shambles, much less in the presence of the nigga. Like, I can't see that. I can't see that. Yo, there's a conversation a rapping conversation with my son,
but
bro.
Slapping cheeks and rap is not the same thing, bro.
It's not. But when you have a conversation with my son about how he ain't shit, I don't think there's apologies to come back from that.
The PDF thing.
Yeah, there's no coming back from shit like that.
Talking to my moms and my whole family on a record thing. Like
is this Murder Inc. G-Unit type vibes?
No. Would Drake feel comfortable saying nigga when he's around him? Like,
or even worse, will he feel comfortable about the people around him while he says it? Like, damn, if niggas thinking I shouldn't say it because this nigga said I shouldn't say it. It's just too much animosity that's created by that very energy, bro.
He didn't skip town, he skipped country.
Yo.
For the Super Bowl, bro.
Shouts to the Aussies.
A long way, too. A long way, bro.
That cancel tour?
Yeah, but like, nah, man, you can't. Most people couldn't do that. It's not even most people couldn't do that. And then you add money and legacy and the bravado of hip hop, the competition of it all. Like, nah, I can't see most niggas doing that. When you add all those extra things in money, notoriety, fame, nah, most niggas can't do that. Most regular niggas can't do that.
You're right. You know, y'all make some strong points. Y'all make some very strong points. But I'll die on this hill by myself.
Yeah, I knew it. I was gonna go the other way.
Here we go.
Nah, I came into the studio feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Aubrey, we in an Aubrey verse now.
Right.
This is not Drake. This is not the rapper. Aubrey the person, he's non-confrontational. Although he's adopted a bit of a tough guy persona over the years. You know, running around with the Goonies and the top fives of the world.
Watch it, Crody.
That'll change who you are just a tad, but at his core essence, bro, he's not that. Like, Drake wants to be, I think Drake in his own mind, and I think that's why he gets so pressed about niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, in his mind, betraying him or like getting into shit is because he don't want to be beefing with him. Drake wants to be everybody's friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think his nature is to just be around good vibes. You know, even with all of the darts that Kendrick and Drake have thrown at each other over the years, still tried to get him on first person shooter.
This is a fact.
You know what I mean? And who does that? Guys who want to be friends. In the end, I don't really want to beef with you. I didn't want to be called a PDF. I didn't want to deal with all this shit. I wanted to do this record, create a moment, first person shooter, then had that rap moment where Drake, Kendrick, and Cole are on the big three themselves on the stage together performing first person shooter. That would have been a moment. Think about when Hov and Nas got on that stage and they performed. Finally, after all of the bullshit, that was the moment for our era. That would have been the moment for that era. You know what I mean? Yeah. Drake, in his heart of hearts, he don't want static. I think Mase had said it a few months ago when we was first getting on Drake about signing that artist deal. Drake just want to make money rapping and make money making music, singing, whatever the fuck, and just go back to Canada and go chill.
Yeah, beef could be bad for business. So
yeah, right.
Yeah,
like he got into that Pusha T shit. He inherited beef, but look how long it took for that to actually.
Kendrick Lamar.
Right? Oh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In a perfect world, that never happens.
Yeah.
But then Kanye got to stir in that pot. Infrared.
Yeah.
Shit went
The
left.
Yeezy.
And I think part of it too is that I think he probably came into the game with that in mind. Like, yeah, I want to connect with everybody. I want to be everybody's friends. I want to collab with everybody.
That was the era we were in, though.
And right, and also expecting, seeing himself as a nice guy, as nice, Canadian or whatever. Just expecting everybody to take to him. You know what I mean? And I think, and I've been there. I was like 18 when this happened, but I've been there. Like he's much older. Like when
That
you
was a shot, y'all. Just so
when
know.
when you like expect. When you go into situations, when you go into like social circles and you're like, oh yeah, nah, like people gonna fuck with me. And then you start realizing that some people don't fuck with you, like it fucks with your mind.
Let's talk about us for a second.
Mhm.
We came in doing this podcast all dumb and ignorant. We're just gonna talk about rap and put it on YouTube. Surprise, surprise. Niggas are gonna disagree with you.
Surprise, surprise.
Niggas are gonna have character dissertations about you, even if they've never met you. They don't know you in real life. You know what I'm saying?
The 5 paragraphs in the comments breaking
Yo!
your whole
Soliloquies.
You're gonna
history down.
You're gonna
like,
collaborate with niggas who reach out to you to collaborate, only for them to stab you in the back and to act confused when we start kicking they back in every chance we get.
It's the evil world we living in.
We was, you know what I'm saying? Like all
Yeah.
the type. And the thing is, you know what I'm saying? We did a podcast episode just doing what we always did, talking about rap,
yeah.
Right.
whatever the fuck, verses, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow or the other, we turned into the Jay-Z podcast.
The
We didn't
Then,
Jiggables.
then we were the Nas podcast.
Yo!
Pod.
We're Nas Pod. Remember that?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
still hear that every now and then.
It didn't.
Now we're
Now we're the Kenny, the teacher.
Right.
Just to,
Getting
just to
blazes.
remind niggas, basically.
It did.
Oh,
It's
man.
like, bro, like no matter what we tried to do, and the whole time we was just trying to talk about some cloth shit, some hip hop shit,
Yeah.
make niggas laugh, argue amongst each other.
Build.
People kept trying to put us in these boxes that we not even set not to be in. So you look at a Drake. When I saw this video, it had it made the rounds. I think it was a few days ago, where Trey Songz was on 106 in Park around the time Successful was
Yeah.
out.
Right.
And then you see that Drake come out on 106.
Yeah, I seen that.
That guy, bright-eyed, bushy-tail,
Mm.
wants to be everyone's friend.
Right.
He doesn't want to get peed on. He doesn't want to fight Chris Brown about
Yo, you
Rihanna.
stay
Right.
bringing that up.
I mean,
Nah, 'cause you got- nah, 'cause you got- hold on.
That's
It
some
happened.
far-fetched
Hold on.
shit.
It's,
Think
like,
about it for a
it's
second.
canon. It's
Let's-
lore. Like,
Let's take our rapper capes off, rap fan, whatever
Right.
the fuck, cape off for a second. Let's just be people. This nigga wanted to be a rapper for mad long. Love Jay-Z. He's our age, so he grew up through the whole Cash Money, Rockefeller, Bad Boy, all the crews, all the eras, all the magazine covers. We all independently all aspired to be a part of this shit.
watching niggas be beloved.
Right.
Yeah.
And you in a movie theater getting peed on, like it's a person, that's fucking crazy.
if you,
Yeah.
Chill.
Even Walt was like, what the fuck?
It's
You know what I'm saying?
hard to
So it's like
justify
that guy
out there.
throughout all this shit, the braids, the non-braids, the abs, the plastic surgery, whatever the fuck. At his core, Drake just want niggas that he fuck with him the same way.
Yeah.
Right.
And he don't want to deal with all this bullshit. And the thing is, now you got Kendrick. And hold on, I got you. Trust me.
Job cooking.
Kenny not fighting fair. This is me not just being an observer, not Jaw from the Rap Round Table. Because he's not just saying I'm a better rapper than you. He's doing character assessments
Right.
of Drake in real time with the bars. And Drake like, yo, fuck this guy. But he can't bring himself to say fuck this guy.
Right.
Because he's saying some real shit.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I feel like Drake could be like, yo, I got to get this nigga up off of me, bro.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
he'd rather piece it up just so he could stop holding his fucking mirror up. Because I never wanted to be the guy that sometimes I try to portray to be. I just want to make raps and sing like Sade and go back to Canada.
yeah. Well, I mean,
He
Yeah.
job cooked just now.
Yeah, Dean, I'll pass it to you in a second, but like beyond like what wanting people to, take to him or fuck with him, you know what I mean? Like actually get along with him and he get along with them or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's beyond that. I think like he came in the game looking up to everyone. You know what I mean? As a fan.
Sin, I know you got to cook, Dean, but I wanna expound on that point too.
Right, because like the video that he brought up, I was watching it, and there was this very slight moment. I caught it, but he looked over at Trey Songz like he made a joke or something. The way he looked over at Trey Songz is the same way that he like looked at LeBron or like looked with LeBron in that picture when LeBron had it,
bro.
Yeah, like
he's a Canadian biracial dude who was a child actor, bro. He ain't think he was gonna be.
You know what I mean?
He ain't think he was gonna be here in Sin. I'm glad you mentioned
the
fan aspect of it, right? Because when you speak about everybody involved in this, right? And that's why I brought up him being a fan and why it may even fuck with him more, right? Because it was very strategic within that 100 gigs. I know a lot of people flamed it for, for obvious reasons, but there was very specific portion of that of 100 gigs where him and 40 are literally geeking out about a Kendrick verse that they heard, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake is a fan of all these niggas. Tour, he brought ASAP, right. He brought ASAP and Kendrick because he was a fan, my nigga. Like, I've heard him talking about listening to Future before I even heard about Future. Like, interviews and shit, you know what I mean? Talking about Future mixtapes that was on the streets of Atlanta and shit. I've heard him talk about how much Ross is a great rapper to him, you know what I mean? So I think I understand where Jarv is coming from, because at the end of the day, he's an actual fan of all the niggas he just had to scrap with.
He's like living the fan dream of getting on. Go ahead, dude.
When you like listen to the conversation we're having, like mad thoughts is running to my mind. Like, low key is like, is Kendrick the agent of dissension, where like where things would have been working out together if he just say, you know what, let me just fuck with these two dudes and do this track. He was like, nah, fuck that, I want all the smoke. But I think
Kendrick wanted the spot, man. Like the thing that we gotta acknowledge that too.
And to give Drake a kudos, that is the beautiful thing when you fuck with someone's music and you be like, yo, pull up on this tour. Yo, I love what you do. Come fuck with me. I'll hit the road. Like that. That's a plus in his belt.
That was that blog get written.
But what you said about holding up the mirror to him, I'm like, that would be a bigger mirror. Like, knowing that you fucking with me just because you feel like I'm kicking your back in, so you're trying to be my friend to escape the back kicking. Like, that's
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, Drake in general ain't a nigga who likes conflict. Period. So he'd rather, like, yo, I didn't even want to battle this fucking guy. He just got to this place. We was throwing darts at each other because Drake, again, he's a fan. So he knows that all of his favorites did this competitive shit. And then they pieced it up after. Nigga, again, Nas and Jay-Z had the biggest battle. After Pac versus Big, rest in peace, it was Nas and Jay.
Yeah.
They pieced it up. Got on stage, I declare war, and they've got on stage time and time again.
It was
after
a long time after the piece up there.
And
it was a nice amount of time in between, like,
and Jarv,
years,
right,
bro. Years.
06, 05, 06. But at the same time, we didn't get to see what was going to happen with Biggie and Pac. And we have to acknowledge within the Jay-Z and Nas situation, Jay-Z optically was looking like Nas's boss. You know what I'm saying? To a lot of folks. So it's like he's still within the loss of the battle. It's like, oh, but Jay-Z's his boss now. I don't know if Drake will ever have.
No,
it was a part.
That was obvious. That was obvious. He felt like that. That was Jay-Z. So Jay-Z came out. Remember this, to sidetrack. This is the thing.
Will Drake ever have a win over Kendrick like that?
This is the thing I was talking about with J. Cole during the Super Bowl. I was like, the only way J. Cole could have kind of got that bly is if Kendrick kind of like brought him out. The only way I feel like
he would look like a hoe, bro. Nah.
The only way he gonna get. I'm talking about the bly. The bly not
There's
gonna come.
There's no bly for J. Cole, bro. He ain't fighting.
I'm not talking about J. Cole. I'm talking about for Drake. Okay. The bly itself. You get what I'm saying? Like, the only way you would respect it is if Kenny came out and said, you know what, the beef is done. You would have respected if Drake said that. If Kenny came out and said, you know what, I'm done. I smoked him. I won. Let that nigga be great.
No, you spit.
Everybody will look at the whole situation different. Drake can't do that because he's coming from a position of weakness.
Well, I'm not saying Drake's gonna be the one to initiate the peace up, but what I think is his fragility will allow him to be open to say
orchestrate the peace up.
Hell yeah, like fuck it. Or y'all want to be done with this? Can we just do the song? Like, yo, get up off me, bro.
I don't strike. Kendrick don't
strike.
Can we
make poetic justice too, nigga? What the fuck?
We keep talking about this from the Drake perspective and standpoint, but like on the other side,
Kenny's maniacal, bro.
Kendrick does not care whether you're friends or with him or not.
Death by 1,000 cuts, bro.
Maniac shit.
And it's like, again, you know what? I'm looking at this, and because the chat been accusing me of getting soft. I'm like, nah, I'm just at a certain point. We spend months kicking this nigga back in. But and I gotta also factor in there's people who don't know what we were doing as a pod before the battle.
Right.
We talk through these kind of things,
Right.
and I'm just looking at it from a situation of what did Drake do as well? What gave him the reason to where Kendrick wants to see him suffer? Because it's one thing to drop a diss and then be like, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean? Kendrick mapped out 10 diss songs. Wore a 5+5 hat at the bowl, my nigga.
Yeah.
So he's letting it be known. He's on Playboy Cardi's album. Playboy Cardi don't give a fuck about no battle. And he getting shots off again. So it's like, and I gotta go back to
scrubbing, Drake's supposed feature off.
Okay.
Yeah.
that too. Going back to Mase is like, what the fuck? There's a common thread here about Drake that people always say that he's a bit of a weasel.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's a snake.
Right.
Or he's a two-faced individual.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any truth to this situation? Or is it, because it's like, too much motherfuckers are saying that he's this, and I'm shooting him bail right now by saying he'd rather keep the peace. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is a bitch-ass nigga.
Like most of us, it all depends on who you ask, right? Because if you ask Young Thug, it's nothing but compliments, right? But if you ask the next, you know what I mean? If you ask maybe, Future, he ain't too big of a fan right now, right? So 21 might say yes, right? Like, so I think it's all about the perspectives and what type of situation you dealt with them. Often it seems like in the middle of Drake's issues is a woman, right? We mentioned ASAP, we mentioned Ross. He, did shit with his baby moms or whatever, or his girlfriend or whatever. So, and we tapped in as much as 4 motherfuckers could be. I've never heard any type of woman that Drake and Kenny shared in any degree. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I mentioned earlier, like, it may be just my distaste for you as a person combined with you got the spot. Like, let's not take away from the fact, that Kenny is a uber competitive nigga. Kenny wanted the top spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to go, nigga.
Didn't Drake try though on Family Matters? Didn't he talk about some chick that he tongued down or some shit like that?
I thought that was in midst of the Weekend shit.
Oh, it was the Weekend.
Yeah, the Weekend shit. It's supposed to be like the Haley Baldwin chick. Yeah.
All right.
And you know what? It's like, if that's the common denominator, Drake gotta stop acting like new money, bro. Like, you're Drake. There's bare women out here.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? Y'all don't have to share the same women.
It's baddies at Barnes and Noble.
Well, I mean,
it seems like that's
baddie at McDonald's.
It seems like that's
right
the play.
now.
It just seems like the same 25 ladies kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Circulate.
So,
Shouts to Aunt Edwards.
Find you a little fluffy thing,
But
Drake. You like the fluffy one with the teeth eyes.
But you know, I thought about it.
Larger
Like,
women.
It happens too often. I think maybe they have to deal with joints that are centered in the game, because you can't just grab a chick from McDonald's when you're
you can.
When you're a millionaire. It's a little different.
Yeah, you
know
can.
what I'm saying?
You ain't trying to keep her.
NDA is what it's called.
He's a rapper.
But I'm talking about, I think they understand the way the game's played. Like, when I pull you, when I pop out with you, you know how to act accordingly in the situation. I don't gotta train you.
Shit.
They be wanting them
introduced to this
I'm your
shit.
19th nigga,
and
who's been a millionaire. You know how the game is played. I think it's something about with that.
That's all of their problems. They all want them BBL demons. Get you a nice homegrown woman, bro. Treat you well. Cook you a nice meal, bro.
Low key, and I've been seeing on.
Ain't your pops from Memphis?
There's some very attractive women in Alabama. I don't know Alabama.
Yeah.
Low key a hub for
Cornbread.
Find you a little joint from Alabama, a little Mississippi joint.
Cornbread fed.
You know what I mean?
feel me?
Treat her right.
Yeah.
Keep her, she out the way. You know what I mean?
Natural.
he's too addicted to the life. You know what I mean?
Let me
And
chill.
I alluded to this. Well, not alluded. I actually said it out.
She wouldn't let you pout in
Time
them
ago.
pictures.
He's addicted to the quote unquote rap life. Like, he held the rap life on such a high pedestal that once he reached it, he was like, this is where I wanted to be, and now he can't escape that.
You know why you right?
That's
We gotta
crazy.
move on. Because he clapped out the woman who makes videos for men to enjoy and impregnated them.
Yes.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't the first one to smash out one of those, right? But you're like, what were you thinking, guy?
She left the cookie in the jar.
Right.
What were you thinking, guys?
Like, what are you doing?
Bro?
They tried to hide it. He knew he fucked up. He tried to hide the shit.
What Hope said, I would have wrapped it on title.
My hand in the cookie jar, know one thing. I'ma take the cookie, not leave my ring. Like, come on, bro.
Man, listen.
Like, Drake really acts, sometimes when it comes to bitches, Drake act like, oh, see, I did it again. When it comes to women,
there we go.
Drake acts like new money. You know what I'm saying?
What's the timestamp?
I'm not censoring that.
Okay, copy. Never mind.
Maybe I
gotta deal with it.
He acts very new money when it comes to vagina, bro. He don't know how to just he don't act like a nigga who was getting it before he got the bread.
Well, there you go. We're back here. You know what I mean?
And I'm very much against the whole Drake's music has to mature thing, to be honest with you, because it still sounds good. People still fuck with it. People still listen to it. You know what I mean? Make what people like. But in his personal life, I will agree. Like, just get you a nice lady, bro. I'm speaking from experience, Drake. You know what I mean? We all been, wild out here for years. We all been doing our thing. But I'm telling you, shit's gonna be a little different. You get you a nice little lady,
well,
bro.
the music reflects
Let's
the
do
life,
it, bro. I promise you.
To a certain extent. Like, it don't have to be all the music. It doesn't have to be the whole album. But, like, one or two joints that reflect some type of change in his life. But, like, we don't even get that. You know what I mean?
Listen.
You gotta move on, y'all.
Good build, yeah.
Hit the like button. Yes, we talked about Drake and Kendrick again.
What?
But nobody talked about it the way we talked about it. You know what I mean?
In the
You know what I'm
world?
saying? Sometimes we are immature. Sometimes we are petty. But we can also have adult conversations about adult issues.
Stephen A., you stop talking about LeBron.
Facts. That part. But we gotta move on. Hit the like button. We need 400 likes at least on each and every video. Hit the subscribe option. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call that shit. Hit the like button on Facebook. Tap in with the Rap Roundtable each and everywhere. I'm gonna just get it out there. I'm gonna put out an open wall. I apologize. It's time to pack Kanye West up. It's time to get Kanye West the fuck out of here.
Wait,
fuck him.
We're not gonna have like a debate about it. A nuanced
no, we are. We're gonna talk about it. But I'm giving my perspective.
Now the point guard gotta shoot. Point guard gotta shoot, man. On this one.
I'm not. I brought the ball up.
Gary Payton said, "Clear
I called for
out."
the screen, but after I accepted the screen, I didn't look to pass. I pulled up. Pack Kanye West up, right? I'm tired of this fucking guy now. I don't even care about this album. I know I gotta listen to it because I have a podcast. We gotta talk about it.
Homework.
But fuck all. You know what it is? I'm gonna put it out there right now. I'm tired of the contrived antics. 1 minute you autistic, next minute you not. You on your meds. You not. You got an album coming out. You spam Twitter with fuck shit. Everything is contrived. It's not truly erratic behavior. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I don't give a fuck about it anymore. It's almost like you kind of acting like the bum nigga on the street who is in the neighborhood. You see him every day. He's on the same corner. He asks you for $1 every day. Some days you give him $1, some days you don't. You know what I mean? But he there. He gonna say some bullshit. And you know it's bullshit. And that's what I'm at. Like, shut the fuck up at this point. Fuck your Twitter timeline. Fuck you wearing a Nazi t-shirt. You just doing stupid shit. And I'm sick of this nigga, B. Like, honestly, at this point, Kanye West can get the fuck out of here. Again, I'm only listening to the Kanye West album because I have to. Not because I want to. Because I find him to be completely contrived, and it's like he's not a real person to me anymore. He's basically an amalgamation of an algorithm. And he's just trying to feed into all these different algorithms to create conversation because he himself knows that his rapping ability isn't good enough. His music making ability isn't good enough. And quite frankly, if it's not good enough, then shut the fuck up. 1 minute, you trying to get on Kendrick's side. The next, now Kendrick popping. You throwing out Kendrick tweets. Fuck Kendrick. Fuck you, guy.
Never liked his music.
Fuck you. You're trying everything. You're fucking desperate. You're desperate. And I'm sick of this shit. I've never been more annoyed by a rapper in my life, bro. He knows what Nas did in real time during the battle. I'm tired of Kanye.
I'm almost afraid to hear what Sin's gonna say.
I'm tired of Kanye.
Going in like this.
Yo,
because
he went full on Larry Sanders, bro.
Because like
Larry David, my bad.
Everything he does is not real to me. It's all planned out and mapped out to create conversations. You're a fucking farce.
Fuck me? No, fuck you, man.
You.
Fuck you.
I'm sick of this thing. I am sick of Kanye West.
My God.
I'm sick of the antics. I'm sick of all this shit. And he always does the same stupid shit. And it's like, because you're calling me stupid.
Yeah.
If you do the same shit over and
Yeah.
over again, thinking you're gonna get over, you think everybody's stupid and you're the smart nigga. Fuck out of here, Kanye West. Fuck you. Fuck your album. I'm gonna listen to it because we gotta talk about it. Fuck Kanye West.
Well-
Put it on wax.
Well,
Game time.
I think Kanye West would come away from that rant thinking it's a win because you're still gonna listen to the album, and we're still gonna listen to the
That
album. I
platform,
think,
bro.
yeah, you know what I mean. And he knows that he can get over on that, on the fact that like he could say
That's how pathetic he is. And he needs to
say the most outlandish
podcast
shit,
spins because niggas don't anticipate
do the
his
most
rap-ass
outlandish
albums
shit, but
anymore.
because of his name, because of what he has built his name into over the and once upon a time, you know what I mean, the you know what I mean, the esteem was
Yes.
well deserved. Today not so much, but he's still living off of that esteem from yesteryear, maybe like 10 years ago going on, because like the last joint that people I think not even unanimously, but overwhelmingly supported him on was Life of Pablo. That was 2016. It is now 2025. It's 9 years ago. It's going to be 10 years next year. You know what I mean? So that was his last real high point. Everything else has been mid to trash since then.
Yeah.
So the music has been on decline. You add to that all, you know, the MAGA antics. You know what I mean? The red hats, the Zotny shirts. You know what I mean? I'm trying to censor myself. I don't want to say the N-word. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything else. You know, having your wife butt naked on the Grammy red carpet. Not
There's anything wrong with that.
It's an immaculate.
Not that I'm totally complaining,
The
but
only
like
thing I won't say
it's still
fuck Kanye about is his taste in women.
It's
He
still
picks right every time.
it's still a crazy
Hashtag
antic,
what a pair.
You know what I mean? But it's like he's constantly.
That's
Yo.
blockable. That's good. That's fine. That's fine.
I didn't even catch it.
That's good.
No, he's constantly making the media rounds for everything else other than what we grew up loving him for, which is the music,
Right.
the beats, the producing, the songwriting, the songs themselves. You know what I mean? The crafting a body of work that we can spin beginning to end. Like that's gone. That is like so far gone. And yeah.
The only man who could save Kanye West.
And yeah, no, at this, I mean, look, we've been here before. I've definitely been here before. Not necessarily to this extent, because again, like he wasn't full out wearing swastika shirts before. That's a whole new low that that was not on my bingo card. So yeah, I mean, I've been over Kanye. Again, if he drops a good song, I'll spin it. Essentially, I'm just gonna live off of his classic work before he descended into what he's descended into now.
Before you fell off the cliff.
You know what I mean? Like if he chops up a little soul sample on the ASR like he did a little while ago, all right, that's cool. But like, yeah, I can't even call myself a fan anymore. Man, pack him up, get him out of here.
Damn.
Whoa.
Damn.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here.
Kanye West, that's for you. Deanie, what you got?
Kanye's been nuts for like a long time, bro. Like a long time. You know, and the only thing that really saved us was the tunes.
Yes.
Like the tunes, he's crazy. Even you know, shout out to you. You've been there, you've been off, you've been there. Like the music usually pulls you back
We
in.
used to call Kanye the prodigal son.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good crack is good crack. But it's just like, I don't know. I always feel like this has always been kind of like the sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like the Kool-Aid water. Like this is the Kool-Aid water, but the sugar was the music. So you was like, all right, but now there's more water in Kool-Aid and there's not enough sugar. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like Diet Kool-Aid. But we've always got the water. We always got the water and the Kool-Aid from
The
him.
chef
though.
in the building.
You feel what I'm saying? We always got that. That's been there since like, but it seemed like before it was aimed with a purpose. Like when he stood next to Mike Myers and screamed that out, I was like, oh God, like that was purposeful, you know? Like nothing feels purposeful anymore. It feels like everything is the cause of reaction. And before the music would be worth said reaction. There's been times we were like, he came around the corner one time with Kim, and the paparazzi were walking there. He went back around the corner to wait till they got closer to come back out with Kim, fake like he bumped into a pole. It was like some whole shit. It's like, but now the antics are more powerful than the music. And I think that's where Kanye has lost. The music has always held him down, bro. Always. Kanye always had heat. But it just seems like now, I don't know. It just I can't, but there's always been little sparks. You good? Mm-hmm. There's always been little sparks of greatness, though. Even over the last 10 years.
walks, huh?
Like, that's Kanye heard.
Right.
Kanye the
Blasphemy.
The spirit of Kanye. The spirit of Kanye with the force choke, bro.
Man, what you said?
I'll get you, Sincere.
I'll get you, He-Man.
But I almost. God damn.
Yo.
Hey, watch it, Sid.
Hey.
Yo.
Come on, man. It's still weird.
They on your
What
body,
you saying,
Sid. They on your body.
I didn't see where it was at.
Yo.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Come on, bro. Mace, what would you like to say about this while Sid gets his life together?
Right, while Sid gets it together.
You know what I mean?
Yo.
But you are, though, literally.
Listen, guys. Y'all know when I say listen, guys, I'm about to cook. Listen, guys. We got a lot of new viewers here. We got people that may not have, been here from the beginning. We still just as appreciated. But if y'all didn't know, I only got here episode 31, guys. We are at what episode, y'all?
119.
119. So I've been here since 31. 31 to 119. You may not know there was a Harrison Barnes era of the Rap Roundtable, okay? We weren't always the unstoppable super team we are now. You know what I'm saying? Not
Talk
you know,
your shit,
it was.
Man, he
It
not
was.
lying, bro.
So, through my Rap Roundtable career, countless episodes, lunch hours, reactions, and lives, I've been consistent about only a few things because I'm a flip-flopper, but I've been consistent about a few things. Tupac is the GOAT, right? OVO, we way up, we stay up. Admittedly in shambles in 2025, but keeping the fight strong, guys. It's the best awareness, okay? The jigger, man. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I've been consistent about is that Kanye West is not to be trusted, listened to, or paid attention to. Okay, like that's just how it is. Okay, listen, the red hat, white lives matter. He's a Nazi, right? Sin, a STEM player. Yeah. Give Sin his money back, Kanye. He paid for the STEM player.
Stop spreading this fucking story that I bought the STEM player. I did not buy the STEM player,
He
bro.
bought it, okay?
I did not buy the STEM player.
It's good podcasting that you bought the STEM player, right?
Crazy.
STEM player Sin. Listen, so
he was at the front of the line for that.
Front of the line, man.
He was the only nigga on the line.
I won the raffle. There was no raffle, bro.
No raffle, bro.
The fucking STEM player.
Nasty word.
Fucking Donda 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been here for the last 10 years, guys.
Nigga
like,
running out a whole stadium for listening.
A whole stadium.
Crazy.
Fazio foreign verses, bro. Like, I've been here the entire time, okay? So, like,
Favi showed up, though.
To act like
what did he
that.
do, man?
He showed up.
To act like this is the moment where, like, it's time, and I'm not saying the fellas on, we all kind of on the same time, but for the people, for the tweeters, you know what I mean, for the commenters, for the people who feel like, oh, Kanye crossed the line this time, no, man, slavery wasn't a choice, guys, okay? You know, like, this man was screaming that Jay-Z had shooters, don't kill him. Like, I've been off the Kanye wave, bro. Like, this man needs to be in Bellevue. Like, he needs psychiatric treatment. He needs something, bro, but not my viewership or fandom, okay? So I've been off of this, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's Kanye. Yeah, whatever y'all say about him, he did that shit.
The Bill
Okay.
Simmons
Hey, look.
theory, bro.
He might be addicted to contrarianism.
Look,
which is
let's
disgusting.
just get Lord Jamal out of here so we can go on to the next topic.
Like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? And why do we fucking keep acting like he's somebody that we need to fuck with?
Damn.
Get rid of this guy.
Poor Walt.
Pack
Walt,
Kanye
back
West
him
up.
up.
Fuck out of here, Kanye West. Fuck your antics. You made Amber Rose a star. She's walking around with a tattoo on her head getting interviews. And nobody gives a fuck about what she has to say about anything. She's your fault.
Your fault.
Fuck Kanye West. That's where I'm at now.
She aged like 10 years in the past 6
Sir.
months, bro. Like, what?
Well, I digress. We're not getting into that. Paywall for that shit.
Word.
Let's
My
move
bad.
on though.
I had to get my
Doechii.
Dini on, bro.
Yes. Hit the like button. We need at least 400 likes on each and every video. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscriptions, run those up. 20.8 right now. We can get to 20.9 and 21,000.
Yes.
With your help, hit the notification bell. Stop being stingy. Share that shit. Doechii. I've been behind the scenes. I've been on, I don't know. I think she might be a plant, I think Doechii's getting plant energy out here. Sincere has been steadfast in his support
Yes.
for Doechii. Yeah, you have been, but at the same time, it just felt like there's a lot of plant activity, a lot of soil being put down, the seeds, the water, felt plantish. Then I saw a video from 2022 where Doechii's rapping.
Yeah.
She was doing the same thing she did on this recent mixtape that, albeit sold 11K first week, but it has gradually gone north. Fair is fair to her as an artist. And I'm in a space now where it's like, she's not a plant. And there's a difference between being an industry plant and being on a label and them seeing they might have something here and pushing the button. There's a difference between plant and the button being pushed. So I think Doechii's getting the mega push, which is that button being pushed. And we have to, just see it for what it is. Dini, your thoughts on Doechii not being a plant, but getting that button push that will elevate her to the highest of levels.
First, I just want to give Sin a shout out. He said something on the pod that was really insightful the day we first talked about the Alligator Bites album. First of all, I just want to say I had nothing but high praise for that album. That was the first time I thought I heard her, but I actually heard her on the song with Kodak Black, that Block Boy joint, and that was actually pretty fire too. Shout out to her. This Sin basically said, if it is a plant, can it be a plant for someone who actually has some true talent, essentially? Right. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, like, to me, she's one of the nicest female rappers I've heard in a long time. So if you want to give her a little nudge, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at a little nudge when it's deserving. She's not brawny, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, she actually can play the game. So if they want to put on the Lakers and take out 55 and let her, I'm not mad at that, because I feel like once the people see what's going on, they gon' fuck with it. I think she's an amazing artist. She said a couple things the other day I wasn't the biggest fan of. Things. But as far as talent, be like, that day when we first broke down the album was crazy. The amalgam of mad people. Like, there's Missy Elliott. There's some Queen Latifah vibes. There's Lauryn Hill. Like, there's
Kendrick.
There's Kenny. Like, you name a lot of nice people. She has a lot of their ability. Nicki, especially Nicki. Like, and I'm just like, yo, like, by the way, as much as I was kind of like, damn, she won a Grammy, I was happy because I'm like, the album is dope. She's fire. She has great star potential. She can perform. She can rap. She can sing. She's literally an entertainer. So I'm not mad that they actually gave some plant vibe to someone who can actually be a beautiful plant as they grow, instead of giving it to a weed. So that's my take. Yeah.
Damn.
Because they've given the plant status to a lot of weeds.
See, he said that weed. Not who's the weed? Who's the weed?
Smoke them.
Poison ivy. Point them out.
Oh, man.
Mesito, not a plant, was getting that machine push. What are your thoughts?
Agreed to a degree. I think a lot of people, and I'm not fucking Clive Davis, okay? I'm not some industry whiz, all right? I just read the shit on Reddit like the rest of you guys, okay? But a lot of people who don't read Reddit, they kind of get it confused, right? So when they want to call, when they're witnessing the button being pushed, they automatically call it industry plant. I noticed that because in the response to Doechii being an industry plant, people mentioned random people. I saw people say, hey, what about 50 Cent? What about Drake? What about, random people that the button were obviously pushed for, right? So and that's clearly happening for Doechii right now. So I think there's a lot of people, it's extremely, extremely hard to find an artist with literally no digital footprint, right? Two people recently, Ian, whose sin is destroyed, and Moray, if you guys remember him from not too long ago. For people who are watching artists, it's very rare though that you find an artist with absolutely no songs, no SoundCloud, no YouTube under a different name, no, you know what I mean? Most artists have something that they did before, right? So I think if people are like shocked, oh wow, she got some shit from before, I think they kind of were misplacing the industry plant button pushing talk. You know what I mean? I do think that even us at the pod, we all spoke about how Doechii has been around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like we did the Googles, you know what I mean? Shout out to Fredro. But I to analyze the situation further, I do find it a little interesting, right? I because Doechii is, now that we're here, right? She's the Woman of the Year in March. She's got Will Smith and Tatiana Ali doing jiving in the background. Very plantish behavior, right? Very
spokeswoman for the MLS. You know what I'm saying?
Soccer
All the mad
crazy,
for the MLS,
crazy.
Bro, they pushed that.
People
what's going on.
chasing her in France as she walks down the street, right? I'm like, how did they even know she was gonna be there? So it's clear that it's clear that there's a button being pushed, right? It's clear that
said, be here. Be
right here. I got $20. It's clear that the button's being pushed, right? But I'll argue that this is kind of, I don't want to say par for the course, right? Because that makes it seem routine. But she is the most recent that seems to have been chosen, right? Because may I remind you, Grammys aren't new. She won the Grammy of the Year, but so did Cardi, right? So did Meg. Two people who I believe the button were also pushed for, right? Lauryn Hill was up there with Cardi too, right?
Lauryn was 5 of them things.
Right. With a platinum single on every song, which is another point. But
push that button herself.
Hey, so it's very interesting at the point Doechii's at in her career, right? It's clear that she's been chosen. It's clear that she has the talent, right? So will she go the Cardi B way, the platinum single on every album, the hit, the features that go crazy, the hold on the culture, or will she go the Meg way, right? Where it seems like the button was pushed, but you didn't succeed at the level that somebody with a button was being pushed for, right?
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
I know. I'm just saying.
Let's talk about it for a second, Cent. As you say, I'm just saying.
Not me. I'm just saying. Some people might be watching.
Not me.
Well,
I'm just saying.
That's why we're gonna talk through it for a second. Cardi B's button was pushed.
Yeah.
And she got the stats and the moments to show for it. She got a couple of features, whether on a national scale with Glorilla, or on a local scale. What's homie name from the Bronx? K Flock. Cardi's had the golden touch statistically with these records. They went crazy. They did what they were supposed to do. Cardi got the joint with Bruno Mars. It did what it was supposed to do. So is this not no slander? Because niggas, the fan base is love to attack, but the reality is, if we're just talking about the button being pushed, when the button is pushed, the way the button pushing is successful are in the stats, the engagements, the stats, the impressions, etc. Cardi B, the only person who could talk to Nicki about anything is Cardi. It's Cardi. Them two are in a whole other league. You heard? When it goes to Meg, Watashi Wasta, where did that go? Where did it go? It was hot for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Amongst the ladies, she probably did a little number. I'm not trying to poo-poo it. I'm pretty sure there was a decent number, but considering the placements Meg got, the look she regularly gets,
commercials, she's everywhere.
She don't do Cardi numbers. This is not us saying that. This is just the reality of the situation. I'll even dare say that I think Doechii is in position to do what Meg couldn't do statistically.
I think so.
So now I gotta give the floor to Sin because he saw the vision. And now that, my stupid ass seen this video, because the thing is, I keep it a rag before I pass it to Sin. I was like, was she always this? Because when I'm seeing some of these songs, I'm like, she wasn't even rapping like that. She was a pop. They was going the pop route with Doechii. Yeah. And I'm seeing her spitting and then going from the bars right into the vocals. I'm like, wait, shit, I was dead fucking wrong. So Sin, the floor is yours, bro.
Cooks, man.
Yeah, I think my biggest gripe with all of this plant talk is, well, there's several things. One, going by the era that we're in, you know what I mean? When the button is pushed, it might seem, some people might take it as plant activity. You know what I mean? To me, a plant is like the first thing that comes to mind, the clearest thing, Milli Vanilli. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
Just let's just drop them in there, get some vocals for them, have them lip sync, have them win Grammys, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's that's a very extreme example. But like you Mase, you talked about some people that didn't have as much of a digital footprint, like an Ian. You know what I mean? So somebody said, let me take this guy and just drop him into the industry, and let's push that and see how far I can go. When a lot of people talk about industry plans, you know what I mean? And look, I might be guilty of this too. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't know how much material or how much digital footprint Jack Harlow, our old friend Quando Harlow had out there.
He got the plant button combination there.
You know what I mean? So to me, I was like, oh, this looks kind of plantish. You know what I mean? But like a true industry plant just comes out of nowhere. They just drop them in the middle and it's like, Doechii, we see the digital footprint, right? Some people may not have been paying attention to it.
You were some people. You wasn't paying attention to Doechii 2 years ago, nigga.
All right. A lot of us were not paying attention.
I ain't letting you do that.
A lot of us were not paying attention to it. You know what I mean? What was that R&B song that she had?
Block Boy, What It Is.
Yeah, Block Boy, What It Is.
And I heard that song mad times.
Crazy.
Didn't know that was everywhere.
Everywhere, bro.
I didn't give a fuck about it. It was more music to me.
It was an H&M song, bro. Like,
more music. You feel me?
I kind of liked it. I like.
It had a good vibe to it.
I was listening to it. Like,
that was on your phone.
No, but I would listen to it. I would listen to it like Westbrook eating a chicken wing. You know what I mean? It's not bad. It's not bad for something,
eating the candy on the back.
The fuck is this Doechii?
But doing the knowledge now. I mean, and that's very important. Even here at the Rap Round Table, when we scream "Do the Knowledge," sometimes
we gotta do the knowledge.
We gotta do the knowledge too, and there's nothing wrong with that. We could admit
we
that.
Talking to each other.
You know what I mean? So we did the knowledge. You know what I mean? And Doechii's been doing this for a minute, right? And we see the YouTube and everything. So that's my thing, where it's like people calling it being a plant when they just weren't familiar and didn't do the knowledge. So that's a gripe that I have.
And to be fair to me, because I am people, her appearance and sonical shift in nature, I felt like there was no knowledge to do. I was like, where did she come from? That was my, because again, and you know what? It's less about Doechii. It's like 99% not about Doechii and more about the industry and the way they like to play games in our face.
Right.
And how they just pick motherfuckers and position them and say, this is the thing. Like this. When there's mad niggas who's cooking and they don't get that button pressed. Right. So when I see Doechii getting this push, I'm like, whoa. Like how she did this, and then all of a sudden she's winning Grammys, and is it an album, is it a mixtape? I got skeptical.
Well, this brings me to my second point, which is we here at the Rap Roundtable, plus here, us as a culture, we've been begging for somebody like Doechii.
This is true.
You know what I mean? Somebody that can rap. You know what I mean? Has the cadences, has the flows, has the conviction, says it with a chest. It's not the same flow every time, like Meg.
And you know what? I want to say something real quick before you continue.
Yeah.
For the people who have them diaspora wars on the net or the complexion wars, they didn't choose a light skin. For the niggas who cry about that, they chose a chocolate, beautiful young woman.
You know what I mean?
So they checked it. They make sure they covered all their bases.
Yep.
You know what I mean? As much as we've talked about Cardi here, you know what I mean, and she has the stats, but let's put Doechii up next to Cardi and have them both have a rap, not a rap battle, but a rap war.
There's no question about
bro.
Right.
Come on,
It wasn't
Doechii
circles.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
circles,
Doechii, and that's my point. There's a level of authenticity to Doechii. There's a star power to Doechii.
Yes.
There's a light to Doechii. You know what I mean? There's a refreshness. She's refreshing. There's a freshness to Doechii.
And she seemed like she's willing to do the work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think she's been doing the work.
Yeah.
And now she's finally getting her chance.
Right. And so to me, when I look at it, I'm like, this is what we've been asking for. Why are we looking a gift horse in the mouth?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, is she getting an extra push right now?
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Of course. We all see it. Like, you don't get next to Will Smith without getting an extra push.
Bruh.
Remaking Fresh Prince scenes.
Yeah.
But
Tatiana Ali.
but
Come on, bro.
but
Oh,
to me,
shit.
I guess the question is she deserving or not? And some people might say she's not deserving because she hasn't put enough work in or she hasn't put up enough stats.
Right.
That's one conversation.
Based
If
on
if
skill,
that's
though.
what you value, right? If that's where your value system lies, is in the stats, in the streams, in the likes, in the all that, the algorithms and all that. All right, we can have that conversation if that's what you value, right? But what I value is what I see and what I hear. And what I see and what I hear is a fucking star.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And when I see it, I'm like, yes, absolutely 100% push her. Put all the chips behind her and let her do what she's gonna do because she has it. She has the it factor.
Yeah.
Right. And that's important because I don't really need to add too much to this topic because Sin has covered it. You guys have covered it. I think for on the rarest of occasions, maybe the first time since a Cole and Kendrick, they've decided to push the button on an artist that has something useful to say beyond sex appeal.
Little substance.
Because thank you, substance.
Rapper.
Because she does throw the ass. We done seen, I guess she was on
course.
stage throwing cheeks with the thong. We seen it.
Right.
But-
what you say, duality, bro.
Right.
Please
But delivering that duality and having some substance, storytelling raps, whether you care about the story or not. She's not just saying, fuck this nigga and my pussy is so wet and I get him to spend.
Facts.
She might say that, right?
But it's not the premise.
But
of
on the
whole
same
song.
time, for the pussy bars, she'll have some other shit to say to balance it out.
This is facts.
Substance. That's all I think. Because the industry's gonna industry, and that's a tough thing for rap fans to understand.
Right.
We can't change the way the industry works. We can scream about the gatekeepers and the white people, who are at the gates. But business is business. In the world of money, it's only so much things the common man can say about controlling where that money goes.
Right.
Right? But if they decide to pick somebody who represents what people are looking for on a higher level, which will in turn get us to spend more money because we got somebody who's in that spot that's a better representation. I say, sadly, you should buy it. It's good business. Because, again, we had to sit through the Megs, pussy rap, Cardi, pussy rap, Ice Spice, the CIA superstar, Sexy Red.
On the men's side, the Lil Babies, the Lil Durks, a lot of niggas that wasn't
Jack,
having shit to say, bro.
6ix9ine, Mad. This is the first time in at least 12, 15 years that they picked a motherfucker with some substance, whether female or male.
Talk
So you
about
know what?
Talent.
I thought it was a plant. In fact, she's been there, and maybe some A&R, someone said, "Why the fuck are we wasting time? She's right here. Let's give her the shot. And if it fails, it fails. Because again, she don't got one flow. She can rap her ass off. She can sing her ass off, which means she checks in multiple boxes. She's dark-skinned female Drake.
Yeah.
She's gonna be able to do mad shit. She already touched genres of the pop shit.
Yeah.
Showed you she could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of me pushing back against that, calling her a plant,
It's official.
I'm on board. I'm on the Doechii train.
Shouts to Sin, he was right again.
You know what I mean? But we gotta move on.
Get used to it, guys.
First time in a couple of episodes that we have Masito
Yes, sir.
bringing his segment back, but we don't know. Is it industry talk? Is it young rap? The people have been asking for Masito to bring back the young rap. Will he deliver? Let's see.
They have, Jaw. And apologies for my lateness. You know what I mean? Just like Jaw said, I missed out last time. And y'all know I'm the voice of many things, but today we are gonna be the voice of the YNs, man. Why not, bro? And if we talk about the YNs, we gotta talk about the big moment, right? We've, Jarvin Sin.
Talk about Elliot?
two T's.
Oh, don't say that name, because niggas swear that we don't know what the fuck we talking about. With 2 T's, we RTing,
we in it.
we DMing.
That's how we cook, man.
Yo, can you vote on this for me real quick? But we just make shit up.
I forgot about that.
We don't know.
Niggas be acting like we just say shit. We never lie to niggas. We are not delusional. Niggas fuck with us.
Yo.
As you were.
Nah, but listen, as he said, right? So, we gotta get into the young rap. We gotta talk about some Playboy Cardi.
Yeah.
Just like I said, Jarvin Sin, they was cooking on the lunch hour, putting in work where me and Deanie couldn't even get to the fucking show. You know what I mean? Shouts to them. Y'all seen us on Monday. We chopped it up a little bit more about it. But we I gotta get into it. The moment is too big for the young rap part of the game, right? So long awaited album, bro. Like Dean was talking about it. They've been waiting about 3-4 years for this album. A whole lot of red. And while we've spoken about a lot of shit, a lot of upcoming superstars whose next Playboy Cardi has remained consistently, the young people's voice, as much as, we may not want to hear it, right? Yeah. But let's talk about it, right? Playboy Cardi, I feel like, for people who aren't a fan, for people who avoid the music, if the Travis Scott lane, Playboy Cardi's the silver medalist in that lane. Let's just put it like that, where Uzi is the bronze medalist. Just to put you in a frame of mind of where he's going to be coming from perspective-wise, sonically, lyrically, musically, right, appearance, for people who don't fuck with that. And one thing about, because Playboy Cardi is 30, I know there's going to be somebody in the chat saying he's 30. Young rap is not always...
52.
Right. Young rap is not always about the age of the artist. It's more about the age of the audience. You know what I mean? That's really with young rap, what they are listening to. You know what I'm saying? Word to Favi. Favi's my age, guys.
I've been keeping catching strays.
Listen, man, that's what we do.
35.
Shout out to Favi.
Let's talk about it. I said, what the fuck?
Like
what
Jim
block
Jones
were you
out.
spinning, man?
Little buster.
But I say that to say, for people who know, Playboy Cardi been around damn near 10 years, bro. One of the forefront voices of that SoundCloud 2016, that 21 Savage, Tyler the Creator generation, like Playboy Cardi was right at the forefront of that. So for a lot of people who are just kind of becoming familiar with him, Playboy Cardi, he's put in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of things.
Didn't he initially kind of fill that lane left by like the Roscoe Dashes of the world? Like, did he kind of start there before he ventured off?
Yeah, almost. If you look at the way he dressed, his perspective, where he used to come from, like the flows, I could see that, Job. Party, kickback vibes, you know what I'm saying? With a little bit of street edge. Good call.
Flip De Niro, like a little bit like that type of energy.
Right. Shouts to New York. Shouts to Brooklyn. Shouts to Flatbush.
And RC, thanks.
Oh, my fault. I shouldn't have tried to take nothing from the floors. But so yeah, Cardi been around a minute. You know what I mean? Magnolia being, Deanie was talking about how great of a single that was. Magnolia, almost a classic single at this point. So Cardi, he been putting in the work. You know what I mean? This is a long-awaited, long-anticipated album. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be like the culmination of all the work he's put in, all of the features he's done, everything. This is kind of supposed to be his DS2 Astroworld moment. You know what I mean? So this was a heavily anticipated album. Still, it's kind of like that rager music, right? So I'm not expecting, I know the analytics, I know the ages of you guys watching the show. I'm not expecting our audience to be the type, because I'm our audience. I'm not the type to be listening to Playboi Carti all the time, okay? So I don't think that Playboi Carti is really like our audience's style, but he is putting in work. He is, he's about to, this first week is about to be, in my opinion, more than Drake and Kendrick on their last records. I think he about to go 400 on this joint.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just like I say, he's a silver medalist in that whole thing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is a 30-song album that's still somehow only an hour. You know what I mean? This is not cloth rap. You know what I mean? This is not a cloth listen. This is not cloth talk. But there are some joints on there, Deanie. You got some joints. So, just like Sin Cook, we cooked already. The 3 Kenny songs is on point. The harmonies, the melodies, the bars, you know what I mean? The direction, because let's not forget, for all of y'all who are Kenny fans, Kenny so fuck with Playboi Carti enough that, he may have ghost executive produced. He may have held a part in helping with the album. I know there was a little bit of controversy about it, but academics said he got the word from Carti himself that Kenny had a big part in the sequencing, the themes, the where this album was going, which makes sense, because if you were a Playboi Carti fan from 10 years ago, there used to be a particularly black sound to it, that Atlanta, that trap, that East Side sound. And then, as he grew in fame, it kind of got into, a little bit of punk rock, rager type of shit. So I can see emo, good call, Dean. So with this album, for people who do know Playboi Carti, it's kind of a return to his roots, you know what I mean? Which makes sense with the Kendrick, you know what I mean? Kendrick is the type, to with the regionality of GNX, I can see Kendrick telling Carti, you need to get into your regionality with this album. You know what I mean? So for people who are into that 2010, that 2012, that 2014 ATL sound, you will be fans of this. Sonically, the crazy flows that he uses, the voices, it's 3 different voices on 3 different songs. That's the type of shit that Carti is doing on here. You know what I mean? Like I say, I like the 3 Kenny songs, like Evil Jordan, Philly with Trav, Radar, Jumping, like Wheezy, Walk. There are some decent joints on here that I do fuck with. So shouts to Carti. Like I say, this is a very interesting thing, you know what I mean? And with Kenny playing such a big part, in this album, I find it very interesting that, the hottest kind of young rapper is fucking with the person that's running the game right now. This can be a very interesting alliance moving forward, you know what I mean? So shouts to Carti, you know what I mean? Like I say, gonna do a bunch of numbers here. The kids love it, you know what I mean? They fucking with it. We might not, but he's doing his thing. I am very interested, because it's not just young rap. We're gonna talk a little industry too. The projections this week for Kenny and Drake, it looks like Kenny beat out Drake again this week. 82 for GNX, looks like 79K for Triple S for you. So while Kenny and Drake still battle it out, Ali and Foreman, you know what I mean?
Frazier, nigga.
You're right. Ali and Frazier, doing their thing. They both got like 5 or 6 albums on the Billboard charts each, just domination by the both of them. Carti look like he's gonna put in work this week. I'm expecting 350 to 400 because Jarv, there are bundles, okay? So we'll see what you know what I mean? The bundle moves.
Shout out to the Philly expert.
Shouts to him, you know what I mean? So I'm expecting big numbers from Carti this week, but we will report back and see how it's going. Now, Deanie, I know you wasn't fucking with the Carti album, you know what I mean? Do you want to offer the perspective of somebody, you know what I mean, more cloth-like, who didn't like how this album was going?
Man, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're looking for hard-hitting bars, thought-provoking raps, don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Don't go there. But even like
Let me write that down.
Jot that down. But even the mumbly joints wasn't hitting me the way like his previous music has hit me. And I'm saying I didn't get no carnival. I didn't get that, bro. It was just a lot of. I only like maybe about 10 of the 30 songs. I like the 3 joints with Kendrick and maybe like 7 other joints. I like Cardi.
Well,
I mean, this wasn't
I'm
it for
not
me.
here for no Cardi reviews or reactions. I'm gonna be clear. Like, how did we get
See, I
it?
went right to Deanie, right?
I like
But
it's just not. It's not good music to
Here's
me.
the thing: liking 10 songs is a lot of songs.
Out of
to
30
like.
songs, bro.
I understand the percentage is low, but that's why they making these 30.
That's why you
song
make 30 to
albums.
run them streams up.
Yeah.
nigga.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
but
is
like,
what
but as a cohesive project, you know,
Of
it
course
just-
not.
Man, fuck that album. What we
Playboy
doing
Cardi.
here, bro? It's not for us. We
The
niggas.
last
You
joint
know
was pretty fire
Yeah.
though.
what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Proceed.
But
Shout out
fellas, yeah,
Cardi for giving
Yeah.
niggas what they
Shouts to
wanted.
Cardi, man.
30 tracks.
Cardi with a T, not
Shout out for Kenny.
Not a D,
Shout out
guys.
to Kenny for even
Cardi,
like,
Cardi.
because back in the days we wouldn't even imagine that Kenny with a Playboy Cardi. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
I think that's very dope. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest
Shout
with you.
out to him, you know what I'm
I
saying?
like that shit, man. Like, yeah.
It's funny
Maybe-
that you say
maybe-
that because the Mailbag has an issue with that. But y'all continue.
maybe they commiserate over like the different voices.
Right. Come on now. Come on.
That's how they have
Touche.
phone conversations. Cardi, Kendrick. You know what I mean? Looking on his album.
Oh man.
Man, you sound like Future today, Cardi.
Because there's a few times that he did sound like the old Future.
Yeah. Already sounds like Future.
Yeah, man. But look, you know, again, shout out to Cardi for doing what he did. 30 tracks. Apparently a part of his allure, because, you know, I don't got to listen to the music to be aware of shit. But a part of his allure is the release date. When is the project's dropping? When he's delivering new music. So people have been waiting a while. I wasn't.
Wow.
But if people were waiting a while for a new Cardi album and your favorite artist or your most anticipated gave you 30 tracks, that's the type of shit artists are supposed to do.
In the fan base.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's rap 101. Niggas waited for a while. Here's mad
I'm
songs.
sure his bass will dig it.
That's it. If you 47 years old,
Might
still
not.
wearing triple fat goose, don't even type your opinion about Playboy Cardi. He wasn't talking to you. Invest in knowing that who's talking to you and who's not talking to you the rest of 2025. That is my mission for you guys
It's a
as an
game
audience.
changer.
And that's not slander or diss or anything. He has a triple fact.
I got a Canada Goose, nigga.
Oh, Canada Goose.
Shit.
My bad.
The triple
$1,000 jacket,
Feezy?
nigga. Don't try to rob me. in the
Trying to
street
play
either.
me,
I
boy.
paid good money for that shit.
Is that triple fat?
Nah, bro.
Oh,
I had a
shit.
triple fat goose when I was 9.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But I digress.
Coach.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I don't want to
sir.
talk about clothes because since we made that one innocuous comment that was meant in good fun, people been trying to take it upon themselves to
To
talk about
piece it.
outfits and
Yeah.
shit like
Right,
that. It's
man.
like, bro, we meant no harm.
Nothing.
We talked to them guys. We got love for them guys. It was never that deep. Calmate.
Please.
You got some good feet.
Facts. And niggas trying to talk about Deanie Fit last episode. They didn't even piece the puzzle together. It be some bum ass niggas with no gear trying to talk about other
Crazy
niggas
work,
fits.
bro.
Should be
Cause
confusing me.
Deanie
you know?
flies a motherfucker. I'm looking at his Jeff Hamilton jacket.
Right, they got
now,
a Jeff.
bro. Like,
He got
y'all
3 of them
bugging,
shits,
bro.
mind you. He ain't just
Right.
one. He got like 3 Jeff Hamiltons, nigga.
Right,
And he
man.
didn't even wear it. Y'all like,
Right,
stop
man.
it. Stop
You know?
it.
Happy to be here.
You know what I'm saying?
With
So
the
it's like,
matching hat.
come on, like,
Come on,
relax.
dog.
You got the coordinates.
Relax. That was like 3 months ago, and it wasn't even meant to be nothing more than like jokes, gang. Fuck. Anytime it's real static,
Shit.
y'all know exactly who we talking. Y'all play Devil, y'all know who we talking to. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the
New York
outfit
niggas.
shit, y'all can keep cracking y'all jokes, but I noticed that a handful of people have been trying to make it their business to keep bringing it up. And it's like, bro, we see you. Post your
Right.
fit. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Word.
Let's have a conversation.
I see niggas talk hot about rapping off of shit, then they don't even have haircuts. No funny shit. They show their face and they gotta go to the shop. They
Click
need a low fade,
Click
nigga.
those avatars. It's nasty work,
Talk
man.
about it, y'all.
They don't even
I
have
see it.
profile pics because they
Nasty
shit
work.
nasty work.
I see it, shorty. I seen her.
Seen the show. Remember that?
I did.
Remember that? Niggas was talking crazy. Niggas went to their page, seen the lady they was laying up with, and it was like, bro,
Yikes.
whoa, pal, you posted this?
Knock it off.
Yeah.
But you wanna
This is
attack
still
us?
You all
Yeah.
can see this, right? This is public.
Right.
Yo, Sid.
It's like, yo, And it's like, we not, I don't think some people get it. 90% of our audience gets it. We not no tough guy pod. Nobody's been to jail. We don't do that shit. But what we are is we are funny people. And if you try to cut our ass, we will fire back and make fun of you and make you not like us. Honestly, we're going to make you not like us. So tread carefully. Okay?
Smooth.
Joke back like LP, man.
Yes. Shout out LP.
LP.
Come on, man.
He gets it.
He need to chop and screw that, but you know what I mean? David T. First entry into my favorite segment, the Mailbag. David T is a supporter. I fuck with David T because he don't always agree with us. Sometimes he be flat out telling us off. He be in our chats or comments telling us off.
That's true.
But he tune in week and week out and he lock in.
Salute to you, homie.
But I got an issue with David T this week.
Uh-oh.
He says, excuse me, Cardi literally sounds like Yachty, who y'all hate, with good reason, and his bars ain't much better. The double standard for Kenny is crazy. So, before I pass this to Masito, who's more versed than me on what sounds like what, Playboy Cardi in no way sounds like Lil Yachty, right?
That's number one.
Number one. Number two, he's responding to our reaction to Kendrick's verse on a Playboy Cardi song. We didn't say anything about Playboy Cardi in the 15 minutes we were on the air. We didn't mention him even accidentally. Outside of the intro when I named who was on the song and the name of the song. So to even try to tie, it's that whataboutism shit that I always talk about. Oh, you said this about Yachty, but you letting Cardi get off? Niggas didn't say shit about Playboy Cardi. We talked about Kendrick's dope ass verse on that song.
Actively.
But I guess we're supposed to get mad at Kendrick for doing the song with Cardi. But anyway, we'll get it. There's more. Masito, last time I checked, Cardi and Yachty are in two different worlds, two different universes sonically.
Two different universes, two different levels of popularity, two different followings. And wow, listen, I would love to sit up here and get at the PG Lang hypocrisy and get my, just due for that 80 weeks beat down that I've been taking. But let's just put it like this, David T. Kendrick helped put together Cardi's album. Yachty helped put together Drake's album. Okay? That's the difference, all right? That's the difference.
Wow.
Woof. Woof. Next entry.
Holy moly.
Mr. Ohio Player. Sincere, this one is for you.
I think I already.
Now we're listening to Playboy Cardi.
Are we?
This is what we're doing. But y'all say Drake needs to speak more to his older audience. Crazy the picking and choosing going on.
There's no picking and choosing, man. Like, if you had like half a brain cell, you'd be able to understand the difference between a Kendrick Lamar who has over the years made it his business to give you insightful, thought-provoking music, you know what I mean, with depth, with stories, with history in it. I mean, he's already done his just due in delivering more mature content and music. You know what I mean? For a mature audience. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's linking up with Playboy Cardi now, that's a change for him. That's a change in lanes. But like, to equate Drake to Kendrick in terms of like delivering more adult, more grown-up music, Kendrick has done nothing but give us grown-up music. You know what I mean? It's just now that, between like what he's done with Baby Keem and now with Playboy Cardi, he's having a little bit more fun. You know what I mean? And I love that for him.
You know what? Here's what you have more?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But now, like, you think about Drake. Drake is in a perpetual second childhood. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Arrested Development. Going on his third childhood. You know what I mean? So, like, what we're asking for Drake is to do the opposite of what Kendrick is doing. You know what I mean? Maybe dip a little toe into... No, you had a problem with me saying toes earlier, but like, just dip a little toe in the waters of like, some more mature content.
There's toes in the water and there's toes on shoulders.
All right.
Come on, bro.
All right, man. All right. But dip a little toe in the waters of like more maturity in your music. You know what I mean? Just for 1 or 2 songs. But he can't do that. So that's the difference. Kendrick has been on both sides of the fence. Drake has only stayed on one side.
Now, here's what I want to say before I move on to the next entry. Next one's going to be for DD, FYI. Our issues with Lil Yachty run so deep. He tries to be on some Christopher Columbus shit. He tries to claim culture. He tries to claim he is culture.
Right.
He tries to claim fashion trends. He tries to claim Atlanta started shit first. On top of the fact that he's arguably one of the 5 worst rappers to ever get paid to rap.
5 is generous.
He has the worst voice. Yeah. He can never find a pocket. He absolutely sucks. He sucks so bad that Joe Buttons got at him on Everyday Struggle. And QC felt the need to threaten Joe Budden because Joe Budden kicked his back in so bad because he's terrible. And he just wants to have fun. And I'm pretty sure Lil Yachty is probably a great guy. He's probably a great person. I notice I never try to like attack rappers as people. I always keep a critique to the music. Unless you do some really wacky shit that forces me to be like, yo, what's up?
What kind of nigga are you? Yeah.
Right. But when he tried to claim culture, it was like, bro, you're a culture vulture. If you try to say that shit, you started this, you started that, and you didn't do the knowledge, you don't know the history, but you call yourself a rapper, niggas kicked your back. Niggas, it's real when Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everybody universally agrees that you need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Up like Voltron.
So I say all of that to say when it comes to Playboy Cardi by proxy, Cardi stays the fuck out the way. I don't even know what a Playboy Cardi interview sounds like. He not even out here waving the flag saying he this and he's that. Right. This nigga curated the fan base.
Yeah, he's the loose music.
I don't think Lil Yachty's ever projected to move 300 or 400 first week.
Never.
He don't have that impact. Sonically, neither. Like, I think Yachty's trash, and sonically, Playboy Cardi would never get played in my car. After Magnolia, and even then, I would play the instrumental before I listen to the raps. You feel me? I don't listen to any one of these guys. But what I do know is that this guy makes music. He's curated a fan base. He's one of the biggest stars in rap, whether you like it or not. And it bears repeating. If you are 47 years old and you talking about Playboy Cardi, shut the fuck up. He's not making music for you. Even further than that, when it comes to this whole situation with Yachty and Playboy Cardi and whatever the case may be, we didn't even talk about Yachty's song. Sin made a good point that I don't want to go over your head. Kendrick has spent so many years making ultra highfalutin, super dense, hard to digest shit that he can afford to dabble with a Cardi. Drake been giving you not even McDonald's anymore. We getting chopped cheese from the corner store from Drake. He need to go the other way. Right. Not go further into the shit with fucking Yachty.
Go gourmet.
He was supposed to go find Alchemist.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Hit Boy. And make some high density shit.
Yeah.
But he let this nigga curate for all the dogs. And the niggas said it was so shaky that he had to drop a 6-pack of bars because everybody was like, what the fuck is this?
Redemption.
Coming off of her loss that we all liked?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Stop this what about. Shouldn't been bitching about this shit for 2-3 years now. Stop the whataboutism. Stop these forced comparisons, y'all. Please. It's not the same shit. Should be apples to oranges, and y'all be trying to make it apples to apples all the time. Just because you not fucking with a certain. Oh, then how can you? Oh, fuck off. Damn, Dini.
He cooked with that one.
Ash the Great says, Ash the Great, 1977. Good credit is trash. Y'all capping for your God MC. Your thoughts?
Damn.
Who's that 47? Talking about
right.
Yeah, shit. 77. Yeah. Nah, man. Sometimes the music just ain't for you. Like, if you're the only person that's saying you don't like the music, but everyone else in your circumference is saying that they're like, you might just be the odd man out. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is everywhere I go, everyone's talking about Good Credit. Y'all niggas got a great breakdown about Good Credit. Mad people's talking about it. Shout out to fucking right academics talking about it. Like, it's a big thing, bro. Like, if you don't like the record, it just might not be for you. But everyone else is digging the record. Niggas that don't even listen to Playboy Cardi are listening to Playboy Cardi records because Kendrick's on them.
I beg the question again, and I'm gonna run it back one more time. But for the sake of clarity, we talked about Kendrick Lamar's verse.
Mhm.
I don't remember Sin saying the song was good.
Mhm.
I know I didn't say the song was good.
I think I mentioned the name one time.
BTG came on, talked about Kendrick. We never talked about the song being good. We talked about Kendrick's
Lamar's
verse.
Yeah. Yeah, but apparently he don't like the verse either though.
Okay, that's cool.
So can't save him.
So now we're gonna leave on a positive.
Yeah, that's a him.
The Indian Celtics show says, I guess this is based on what I'm saying, this might be a soccer thing and not basketball. Thanks for the lunch hour. Can't wait for the Monday episode. Shit. Love.
Salute.
That's what it's all about. All these fucking armchair quarterbacks who try to start podcasts and fail day one. All the shit to say to the niggas. Then we got Keith Wilkins, 4018. Drop some bars, he says. Being sincere, I speak to you from the rap roundtable. Welcome me back like Mase as I gather more bags in my stable. Better than Houdini with the magic. Backing them down with the ratchet. Running them point like Jarve. Serving niggas like it hand to hand hard.
My boy, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Fuck with you, bro. That's
thank
love,
you.
for real.
Typos on the bars, but thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
If you on IG, record that live. Send it to us,
Send
bro.
that to the gang, man.
Record that and send that to our Instagram. We'll try to find a way to incorporate that into the show.
Yeah.
But that being said, we are somewhere in New York City. We got some vagrants. We got some niggas on a panel who might be guilty as well. But nevertheless, we need you too.
Get off my lawn.
Get off Sincere's lawn.
Well, before I start kicking people off, I have to give flowers. I haven't given flowers in quite a while.
Yes, sir.
I tried to make it a thing, you know what I mean? But it's been a minute, so I want to give some flowers. I want to give some flowers to, drum roll please, Kendrick Lamar.
That's why I be calling you a glazer in the fucking comments.
Oh, bro.
That's why.
Waste my drum
Fuck out here, man.
That's why I had y'all do the drum roll, bro.
Oh, wait a little drum roll.
Yeah, Sin, man.
Get rid of this guy.
Yo, cut the fucking mic.
For real, bro.
That was, oh man, wow.
man.
That was perfect.
Oh,
I had y'all
Perfect.
drum roll.
What's
that? Just you see,
Good, bro.
What's that, brother?
Nah, but the reason I'm bringing up Kendrick Lamar. All right, the reason I'm bringing up Kendrick Lamar is because, but the time this airs, Kendrick Lamar will have already celebrated, or hip hop will have already celebrated the 10th anniversary of Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, struggle saying that album that
the Migos
Off the
overrated.
The
Migos,
Migos
man.
is fucking me up.
Yeah.
But To Pimp a Butterfly is
Sound like that nigga from Do the Right Thing.
10 years.
Malcolm X.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, no, I'm confused. That is that New Jack. This one's for love. This one's for hate.
Hold on that picture up, nigga. Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Y'all seen Do the Right Thing.
Oh shit.
Now you got that. You got that.
Yo,
You got that. You
that's
got that on. That was clean.
Classic.
That was clean. That's one of my favorite movies too. That was clean.
Wow.
I can't even, you know what I mean? You got that one.
Here we are.
That's what you get.
Anyhow, 10 years since The Pimp a Butterfly came out, and I want to celebrate it. I was celebrating it, listening to it on the way over here to this, to the taping of this episode. I hadn't listened to it in a while. I wanted to listen to it with fresh ears. I know, Jarve has his thoughts about it, so I kind of wanted to go into it with like, the fresher ears and maybe like, drop a little bit of my bias for it and really assess it. Like, is it really like the classic brilliant album that I think it is? And I was actually, I was kind of shocked on the listen back on the way over here. I finished listening to the album, and I was shocked, I was shocked at how I felt about it.
This reminds me of Nick Young right now, bro. I'm shocked.
because because I don't understand how I even let Jarve dictate how I listen to this album because he is so wrong about his assessment of this. Like, why would I even?
I never said that album was whack.
Here we
I don't
go.
understand.
I'm just saying
It's overrated.
Not whack.
it's-
The term wasn't whack.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the Pulitzer
not
Prize
whack,
is for, right?
but
It's for To
but
Pimp a
overrated.
Butterfly.
Right? Did he? Which one was
It's perfectly rated.
What did he win the Pulitzer
That's the-
for?
No,
It
damn.
was damn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
The good album.
Right. They gave it to him for damn because they fucked up.
Because he's great.
It was
They
a great
for-
album.
They forgot about doing it for To Pimp a Butterfly.
They was like, what is this
They
shit?
forgot.
They
I like that,
did the
son.
shit that means
Anyhow.
the Tip of Butterfly.
I was so I was like, wow.
Total
like,
Recall. Nigga was like, what is this? Nigga, take this off. Fucking Arnold up with this
Get
shit.
to the chopper.
I was anyhow.
Yo.
I was shocked as to why
they
I would
running us
even
down
let
in the chat
y'all-
like, stop cutting them off, you bastards.
Why
Picking on Sid.
Why would I let?
Sid, I don't even know
y'all-
why you talk to these niggas.
Oh shit.
Yo, bro, cut their mics off so I can get through
Looking
my
at us, bro.
fucking segment.
Sid, please continue before they ask us to stop.
Oh shit.
This fucking album.
Oh my god. I'm crying, bro.
So yeah, why would I let Jarv taint the way that I view this? This album is just
Sanctity.
it is as brilliant as I say it is. It is as brilliant as everyone says it is.
Mhm.
It is a perfect album. 10.5, 11 out of 10. Incredible album, front to
Word.
back.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so flowers for Kendrick Lamar, flowers for To Pimp a Butterfly, celebrating 10. Now, as to who I'm kicking off my lawn, I was already planning on kicking these people off of my lawn before I even realized that we were going to talk about Doechii and the industry plant allegations. So I'm just going to continue on going down that road. And I'm going to add a few things, right? I guess what I wanted to add to what I was saying earlier was, one, and I already mentioned this, we've collectively, I feel like, as a culture, not just here at the Rap Roundtable, but as a culture, I feel like we've been asking for a female artist, a woman artist, because some people feel a way about the word female.
Mhm.
So a woman hip hop artist like Doechii, you know what I mean? The dexterity in her rhymes, the ability to sing as well, the star power, you know what I mean? Not necessarily always can talk about some sexuality and can, show off her body, but not necessarily leaning on it as some type of crutch or some type of gimmick. You know what I mean? And so she's grabbing from so many predecessors of hers, like Deanie said, Queen Latifah's, the Lauryn Hills. Lauryn gave her the cosign on stage. You know what I mean? The Missy Elliott, the Nicki Minaj, right?
Nicki gave it a cosign?
No, I'm just talking about as far as like the skill set.
The
talent and ability to withdraw from those planes,
Yeah, and the aesthetic somewhat as well. You know what I mean? The audio aesthetic.
Right.
And so like I feel like as a culture we've been asking for an artist like this for some time. Yeah. And now we've gotten her, and now the audience wants to like rage against her. You know what I mean? They want to like lob these allegations towards her. They want to say like she's an industry plant, she's been placed here, she's not deserving of this. And like we said earlier, she's on a label. The label decided, let's push the button. It's TDE. They have many connections out there. They said, let's push the button. I think this artist that we have is deserving of this push. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of you out there that don't understand the difference between pushing the button and giving the green light, the go on the artist, and just simply being a plant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's that aspect of it. You know what I mean? The flip side of it is, let's say this artist is on this label and they don't get the push. And then 5 years later, we see them and we realize, oh, wow, like this person was talented. Why didn't they get this push 5 years ago? You know what I mean? And now, like, we here at the Rap Roundtable, we got into some heat with a certain TDE head because we were just a couple years ago, we saw, yo, you got SZA, you're not pushing her. She's got music she wants to, you know what I mean? She wants to be out there.
These niggas.
You know what I mean? And so the point of the story is you can't have it both ways. You gotta pick a side. Like, do you want an artist that is talented to get the push? Do you want them to be marketed correctly? Because I've been hearing this since forever, like, oh, labels don't market artists anymore. There's no A&Rs anymore. The artists don't get developed anymore. Like, Doechie's getting marketed. She is getting the artistic direction. You know what I mean? She's getting A&R. She's getting the connections. And now all of a sudden you want to allow these allegations of being a plant.
Can I just say something? No, wait, don't kick him out.
Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm holding my load.
I'm just saying.
Let it go.
I'm just saying because there's people like on Rome Streets. Why they not pushing the button on him?
Facts.
Sometimes people feel like it's too Hunger Games-y.
But
These placements.
But who's
Still about to get that elbow drop.
Yeah.
all right? But who's in charge of the button is my question. You know what I mean?
Touché.
So like,
Touche.
for Doechii is a TDE that has the button.
Yeah, well, TD has a very large button. Pause.
Yes. Yo.
Yeah,
So
Good catch.
So to all of those lobbing these industry plant allegations, to all of those that don't understand how the industry works, to all of those who have been asking for an artist like Doechii to come around, only to turn around and be like, oh no, this is too much Doechii now. This is too much of what I asked for.
Not her.
Not her. It should be somebody else. I will kindly ask you to get the fuck off my lawn. And I held that shit up for mad long. My arms was tired.
Facts.
Because this motherfucker wanted to come and interject.
I gotta ask the questions niggas will
I
ask.
understand.
Of course.
But these motherfuckers got to get off my lawn, bro. I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
Tired of them. You know what I mean? She checks all the boxes. You know what I mean? Let her be the star that she's supposed to be.
She does.
And it said that from the beginning.
She does.
You know, Sister, you're not wrong. But at the same time, it'll be irresponsible of us to not, at the very least, ask the necessary questions or have the conversations.
I don't remember follow-up questions on any of my other lawns. Bro.
My
lawn has a follow-up question?
Oh my God, bro. I'll be co-signing all your laws. I'm just saying, like, with this situation, it's just a situation where, like, because of her appearance and a lot of people's cases, her suddenness of her success, there's a group of individuals who feel like, yo, where the fuck did she come from? How'd she get this? Et cetera, et cetera. So that's really what it is. Right. It's a distrust of the industry and a certain skepticism.
You want me to retort?
Please.
Okay.
It's your segment.
You know, I'm gonna take it back. You know what I mean? What if we would have said like, yo, how did Biggie get on this Mary J. Blige record? Like, who pushed that button? This feels pantish to me. How did Nas end up getting all? Well, at a time when producers only worked with their own artists, or DJs / producers only work with their own artists.
Yeah.
Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Gangstar, DJ Premier and Guru, right? Large Professor with Large Professor. Anyway,
before their first albums, DMX with Belly and Tupac with Juice were both recording as the lead in a fucking motion major picture film. I always was like, is that industry playing shit? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
People out here who are like
main source.
Hold on.
I don't know why.
There's people out here who say this.
It should have been me, not him.
So Large Professor with main source. I don't know why I caught a blank on main source. Blame the Migos.
Listen, I have a reason why.
Q-Tip with a Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
So you're gonna tell me, out of nowhere, this guy Nas comes into the picture and all of these producers say, you know what? We're all going to gather behind him and produce his debut album.
Nah, I hear what you're saying, son. I'm just trying to
Is
offer
that-
you.
Would that have been plant-ish?
I'd have called him a plant in 2025. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like,
I like to start problems though.
Yeah.
All I'm
If we
saying
would have had
is,
Twitter 30 years ago, it's a lot of other
hear me out.
conversations.
All
that
I'm
would
saying
Who's this
is
Nas
there's
guy?
a large group of people who are made to feel uncomfortable by the fact that for them in their personal algorithms, this person just suddenly shows up in France with Will Smith, winning Grammys, doing all kinds of shit, and there's people who legitimately probably never heard of this Doechii. So they feel like, here go the industry once again, pushing some shit in our face that we ain't asked for.
That's true.
You gotta speak. They deserve a voice too, don't they?
And actually, they low key actually in 1994 terms kind of called Nas a plant because Snoop was not happy at all whatsoever with the 4 mic rating that he got in the source, while Nas got a 5.
5 mic, yeah.
Then he swept.
While Snoop, you know what I mean, had already put in work with Dr. Dre 2 years prior. He had the singles all over the radio.
Yeah.
He was making hits. He had the game on lock. All of a sudden, Nas gets the 5 mics.
But he couldn't rap like Nas.
He couldn't rap like Nas. But who decides that? Who decided that?
God.
Some.
You know what I mean? Nas is
No,
great. You know what I mean?
Nas is like,
I mean, who assessed that?
Oh,
here?
true.
You know what I mean?
The source, 5 mics.
The source, 5 mics. Some, the industry.
Pre-Benzino. You know what I mean?
You
Allegedly. I don't know.
Selecting Nas as a plant.
That's we're not saying that.
All right,
Whoa.
it's been mentioned. Yeah.
Relax. Adriel.
I'm just saying
Calm
how
Don't cook us, bro.
Calm
Don't cook
down.
us.
Calm down.
I'm just
Don't cook
saying how
us.
slippery this conversation
Right.
can be.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what? We can stop it right there. This was a great long segment.
Yeah.
I just felt like
Good shit, son.
there's people who feel a way about Doechii. We just need to talk to that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But I'm on team the button is pushed. She's not a plant. And she's gonna make that button pushing count for something great.
Yes.
That's where I'm at with it.
That's all you gotta do.
But if you disagree with that,
That's all you gotta do.
get off Sincere's lawn. It is what it is.
It's facts.
It's episode 119. We hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed recording it. Keep enjoying rap. Appreciate rap music. Deanie the Balance, take us home.
I give a special shout out to Walter Grizzy.
Ginobili.
Always holding it down. You know it's love, my brother. Shout out to the Chizat. Oh, y'all know how we give it up, man. It's been 6 years we've been doing this. You know the vibes, man. Hit the like. Subscribe if you're not
The Rap
subscribed. Tell a friend
Roundtable.
to tell a friend.
Y'all the best.
New York's #1 power. We doing what we do here, trying to give you that entertainment, trying to get them bills, trying to get that engagement, those great conversations. Shout out to Mase The Voice of the culture, man. You know what it is.
Appreciate
He
you.
will find you. Don't ever try to escape the fate.
Don't try it.
Sincere the rap snob, man. You hear the production, and for the right price,
That's
to make
super
your shit
producer.
tighter. He makes beats.
All that.
You already know
Who's
what
that
it
one?
is, man. Luca Magic. You heard? Let's see what it do. #1 point guard in the game,
The GOAT.
Jarvie. Legend in 2 games like Pee Wee Kirkland, man. I'm Dean the Balance of the Force, your mother's
dog.
favorite. And we dress exceptionally well in this podcast. The Rap Roundtable, episode 119. Shout out to the chat. You dig? We out of here, family.
Another classic.
That like button on your way out.